for Alexander Ovechkin.
Half hour into his NHL career, and he's got that first one.
He's surpassed expectations. He's lived up to the hype.
He's that good. He's a fun guy to watch. He just wants to score so badly.
Goal number 100.
He has a hunger, a passion.
Oh, what a play!
Good God. What a shot.
Unstoppable.
He continues his rise up the NHL record books.
400!
Hi, Ovi, and congrats on your 400 goal.
Congratulations.
Congrats on a great achievement.
And I'm sure you'll even get to 500 or maybe even 600.
He scores every way possible.
Alexander the Great.
He passes Peter Bondra.
The rightful goal-scoring king of Washington.
Alex, congratulations on the great achievement. From now on, you're rewriting Caps history.
Number 500 for the Great Eight.
Congratulations, Alex, on scoring 500 goals.
How the heck did you do it so fast?
I feel like I'm going to be having to do this every 2 years as you climb up the ladder.
Many to come.
I think you can get 600, maybe even 700.
Alex Ovechkin continues to climb that ladder.
Overpowering at 600.
Man, that's fast. Feels like we just did the 500 one a couple months ago.
It's a tremendous accomplishment, maybe more so than ever.
Here's to many more. Keep scoring. Why slow down?
700 goals for the Great Eight.
Congratulations.
On joining the 700 club.
You're not done by any stretch.
Keep going. Don't stop here.
It would be Wayne Gretzky. I would be shaking right now.
Now 7th all time.
You are on your way to being the greatest goal scorer of all time.
Moves past the Great Esposito.
Congratulations. Keep it going.
All alone in 5th place.
You have a special quality. You're a pure goal scorer.
There it is. The hole has been breached.
Keep climbing that ladder. You have lived up to your nickname and more.
The Great Eight Express pulls into 3rd place.
The Great Eight. Congratulations. Keep scoring.
Мы с папой очень гордимся тобой, любим тебя.
We're so proud of you.
800 goals. Ovechkin has done it.
Alex Ovechkin has overtaken Mr. Hockey.
Job well done, and now it's time to set new goals for number 99.
One great hill left to climb.
Draws one closer to Wayne Gretzky.
He's just built differently.
The chase continues. You can see the mountaintop from here.
888.
889. 6 to go.
He needs 5. 4 away from the great one. 3 goals away.
8-9-3.
Ovechkin has reached the summit.
Side by side with the Great One.
The greatest goal scorer you've ever seen.
Great Eight is number 1.
Washington's greatest hockey hero.
Jumping, you have got to be kidding me.
Unstoppable.
Congratulations, Daddy. You are the best. Мы очень тебя любим. Congratulations on such a huge achievement. We're so happy for you. I want you to enjoy this moment. We love you, and we are extremely proud of you.
Санька, ты молодец. Я тобой очень горжусь. Люблю тебя очень-очень сильно. И я думаю, что гордится тобой сейчас и папа, потому что он много сделал для того, чтобы ты стал вот таким хорошим игроком, то, чтобы стал нормальным, хорошим парнем. Вот. И так бы он тобой так же гордился, так же, как и я. Я тебя целую, люблю. Умница.
Alex, I knew you would do it. I knew you'd be historic. I love you so much. 895 goals. Keep going, man. Keep going.
Alex, congratulations on 895. You're on a mountain by yourself. Congratulations. Well done. I know it was a big commitment. And congratulations to your entire family, all your friends, all your fans, and of course, all your teammates. Good for you, man. Well done.
Prior to this trip out to Western Canada,
has missed the last two. Didn't play last night. Here's a penalty one and a quick save made on Noel Acciari by Tristan Jarry. And a drive from in the province. He was going to play tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he's played through so much in his career. You knew that if he got here in time, there's no question he was going to suit up. And he's in the lineup. Great to see him back.
Connor Clifton dishing off a shot and poked home, and Pittsburgh takes an early 1-0 lead. Hard net drive, and he's had a great year all year. That's Anthony Mantha with his 15th goal.
Speedy play here. It's Clifton the defense when it activates up the rush, drives right through the middle. And a beautiful pass over to Mantha, who just gets himself to that far post. That's the key. Drive into the zone. Big Brazeau just kind of threads this one through. And for hey, that's why you try and test it for Mantha. Not known necessarily for his speed, but he got on his horse and he got there first. 1-0 Pittsburgh.
Punch the other way, and it's a quick 2-on-1. Mantha for Brazeau. He's in on net. Scores! Jarry beaten again. And Pittsburgh is stormed to a 2-0 lead. Anthony Mantha.
And the speed we just talked about, you have to watch out for. They are taking off. And it's just a play inside the zone, turned over, boom. Off Mantha goes again. It's Brazeau that just gives it to him. But he is already anticipating this puck is going the other way. As soon as it turns over, he gets the feet pumping, and he catches Ekholm a little bit off guard, I think, with that speed once he gets the inside track. 6 foot.
And this crowd is stunned by this start. Emerson challenging. Crosby up top. Shea to the middle. Redirected home by Crosby. 3-0 Pittsburgh. It's been an absolute blitzkrieg here in the first 3 minutes. And the Penguins have scored 3 goals in 37 seconds.
Had enough of it. 3 minutes hasn't even passed yet here, and it's 3-0 for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Shea with a beautiful shot pass in the high slot to Sidney Crosby, who is so good at redirecting pucks. Just gives a little chop. He does that so well on the forehand side, maybe better than anybody in the league. And, you know, he hadn't scored in a while. It was actually a long drought for Sidney Crosby. He'll go to work. He'll do things that make him a better player every day. It's a good chance off the draw. And that one there is something that he has worked at throughout his career. At the start of the season, then tailed off a bit, but they've had success once again after an 8-game losing streak. They've been on fire.
Here's Dewar waiting. Already a career-high 11, and he run one off the post. Penguins miss by an eyelash, going up 4-0. And Louis, let's remember that one. 7 minutes into the game. You never know. But that could have been 4-0 right there. Here's McDavid. Hit by Lazan. Dewar's previous career high was 10. He's got 11 already. Here's a chance. McDavid in front. And a save made by Shelovs, closing out on Zach Hyman. Penguins don't get it cleared, though. Bouchard holding the zone. Hyman centering. What a save. Shelovs point blank to Malkin. McDavid, Nugent Hopkins. Malkin has it wrestled away by Bouchard. Ekholm tried to reverse. Then Malkin centered. Quick snapshot on net and a save on Rust. And that freed it up for Erik Karlsson. And he can still fly. Malkin cuts to his left, dishes off. Shea to the net. Wrist shot. Blockered away by Tristan Jarry. St. Ivany trying to gut it out. Power play is over for the Oilers. Draisaitl pulls up. One-timer Bouchard, and he just missed. That'll clatter off the quarter boards. Yeah, and there, if you narrow it a bit further, Louis, they're first in goals against the last 13. Here's a drive off the rush by Dewar. Now Draisaitl. Gulak tracking McDavid. Back to Draisaitl. One front poked on net by Hyman, and a save made by Shelovs. Flying stop made by Jarry. Breakaway at the other end. Hyman back here. Score!
And he tries to go to the backhand. Does this puck go over the line? It's right there.
It wobbled.
Just couldn't get back to knock it over the line.
It was one of those illusions. The puck wobbled. Ryan Shea. 30 seconds on the penalty. McDavid, a steal by Janmark. He's got Savoy with him. Wallman will join late. Wallman shoots. Scores! Short-handed goal! Edmonton back in the game. 3-1 on Wallman's fourth.
It activates as well. Savoy punches through, uses that speed to spread things out. Wallman, good shot. This is the first time I believe they've had a mano-a-mano with Shilovs, and Wallman elects to shoot this one, picks his spot, and just lets it go and beats them. They're on the board 3-1 with a shorthanded goal by Jake Wallman. Excellent defensive play right on the entry by Janmark, set this all in motion.
They want everybody to know, and from the defensive zone, I say let it go.
Malkin ahead, here's a chance, and a backhander. He tried to make the same move he did last night. Jarry put that one out of there. Novak has it back for the Penguins. Carlson to Wotherspoon, a shot, save, rebound, and a lunging stop by Jarry.
Here's another good save by Tristan Jarry. This shot from the blue line kind of catches Novak a little off guard. He's got to wait for it to drop down before he can spin this back from a sharp angle, and the paddle of Jarry is...
It starts out 6-on-5. The errant pass reeled in by Raquel. Crosby smacks it back to Ross, down low for Malkin. Handles the pass beautifully, then fires it in front. Shot, Raquel, score! And on a delayed penalty, the Penguins extend to a 4-1 lead. Raquel, who had some massive games against Edmonton when he was a member of the Anaheim Ducks.
Tristan Jarry right after the 3-1 goal by Wallman, and this one is a beautiful pass by Evgeny Malkin. I mean, watch this pass. He lasers it right out to the slot. Raquel corrals it, little catch and release. And this time he hits his spot. That's a beauty of a pass through at least 3 sticks by Malkin on a delayed penalty, and he zings this one home. You can see the flex in the stick. Big screen in front of Jarry, not a whole lot of chance.
Back to Ekholm, across to Bouchard. McDavid, Malkin jamming at it, and he's got a breakaway. In on Jarry, Malkin. Backhand score. 5-1 Penguins.
Not in, and then this pass to McDavid just can't quite handle it, and Evgeny Malkin is right there to kind of pick his pocket, and off he goes. He had a step on him. You're not going to catch him. Gets the legs pumping, and a beautiful little backhand deep threads it through as Jarry.
Off the draw, St. Ivan, he put it up the glass, not out initially. Now Kindle, a strike, and Mantha barrels through Stastny, trying to target 5-0 on Jarry. Knocked down at center by Janmark, but he couldn't control, and Novak will kick it back and get a return feed from St. Ivany. Novak walks in, dishes off Chinikov, wired one off the crossbars and in.
That's in. It looked like it bulged the back of the net underneath the bar. Did he ever let this go?
6-1 if it counts.
First round, you're not going to pick him. Saves. Nice. He just...
Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. Order now at pizza73.com.
Hey, Oil Country. Stranded in the snow, stuck on the side of the road, or just locked out of your ride? Visit OilCountryTowing.com, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 towing and roadside rescue team. Oil Country Towing will get you going.
Lights last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love with glowing hearts we see from far and wide. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
This is Oil Country.
McDavid,
Now, with the call of tonight's exclusive NHL broadcast, Bob Stauffer and Cam Moon on the Oilers Radio Network.
The homestand continues as the Edmonton Oilers host the Washington Capitals. Good evening, Cam Moon, along with Bob Stauffer, Brendan Escott, Rob Brown, Jack Michaels, Aidan Gannam. We are the Oilers Radio Network, and the starting lineup is brought to you by Coventry Homes. Building a home or a championship team, it happens one shift, one brick at a time. Coventry Homes, never done building, proudly celebrating 50 years. For the Oilers up front, Leon Draisaitl with Vasily Podkolzin and Andrew Mangiapane. On defense, Darnell Nurse and Ty Emberson. In goal, it's Connor Ingram. For the Capitals, Justin Sordiff with Alexi Protas and Tom Wilson up front. Martin Ferravari and John Carlson on defense. Charlie Lindgren starts in goal. The referees, Brandon Blandina and Graham Skilleter, Caleb Apperson and Devin Berg. They are on the lines as we are ready to go here at Rogers Place. The Oilers and the Capitals are underway as Carlson will dump it into the Edmonton zone. Emberson after it. Puck from the left wing side. Sordiff, the former Edmonton Oil King, with it on the left wing back to the blue line. Ferravari over to Carlson, shoots it towards the net. It goes wide of the goal, and Podkolzin to Draisaitl, and he'll come down the right wing. In over the Capital line to the left side to Nurse, shoots it towards the net wide. Draisaitl right corner, back to the line, but off the stick of Nurse, and it comes out. And it's stolen, and the puck brought in by Protas, and on the left side can't get a shot towards the net.
Ooh.
Went right to the goal and off the stick of Ingram, and Chychrun from the left wing point, a shot blocked, and then Protas swung around and shot it off a stick, and it goes into the right corner.
Think about how this sequence started. Leon passes it back to Darnell Nurse. Can't pick it up cleanly the first time, then turns the puck over, and they get a great scoring chance.
It goes in behind the net, and on the right wing, it is McDavid. Left side to Bouchard. Can't get it out. McMichael's going to keep it in for the Capitals. McMichael checked on the play, and it's McDavid to Nugent Hopkins will get it out. Ryan Leonard at center ice will dump the Boston edge, lost the puck. McDavid will get it out. His pass, he's looking for Hyman. It got broken up by Dowd. Dowd on the left wing to Leonard. Leonard goes through the middle of the ice, now into the Edmonton zone, dumps it into the left wing corner. Ekholm along the boards, into the middle where he finds Curtis Lazar, and Lazar through center ice and over the blue line of the Capitals, dumps it in, goes after it himself, sent back to the right wing point. Stastny down the right wing boards to Frederick, who gets up to the top of the circle, give it to Stastny, he'll shoot it towards the net, goes off of Ovechkin and out of play. We're a minute 58 into a scoreless first.
Oilers got to direct some pucks at the net early, and they're lucky that Washington didn't direct one into the net on Ingram on a short side attempt. Jake Wallman and Rasmus Sandin having a chuckle out there.
Okay.
I have no idea what that's about.
Face off to the right of Lindgren. His last game was Monday, made 39 saves in a 5-2 loss at Colorado. That was the start of this road trip. This is game 4 of 6 on the road for the Capitals. Logan Thompson was in goal last night for the win. The Calgary product playing in his hometown as the puck is flipped out, goes into the Edmonton zone. Beauvillier after it. Stastny jams it up the right wing side. It's along the right wing boards to Haim. Put it in behind the Edmonton net. Wallman got it to the boards, top of the circle. It's not going to get out. Now to the middle of the ice where Savoy will skate out to center, and then Savoy over center shooting it in. It rims on the right wing. Off the right wing was Roslovic. Now into the skates of Howard. Near the blue line, and Beauvillier is able to clear it out.
Play was offside, uncalled.
Roslovic on the right wing. Now to the middle to Howard. Now to Savoy. He'll come in. The shot. The save. Made by Lindgren. He had it. He didn't know he had it. And the whistle goes. What a chance there for Matt Savoy.
Savoy has scored in back-to-back games after not scoring in the previous 16. Great little interior pass. And Roslovic freed it up and a give and go there. And nice luck from Howard. And fortunately for Lindgren, the Washington goal, he was able to get enough of that attempt as it almost kicked off of his one pad past him. And it would have left a yawning open cage for Isaac Howard, though he was checked backside by Rasmus Sandin.
Lindgren didn't know he had it, but he didn't know he had it. Oilers win the draw. Puck goes to Emberson on the right wing point. Down the right side to Draisaitl. Skates across the top. Shoots it towards the net. It's wide. Comes off the end boards. Podkolzin in the right wing corner. Up to the top of the circle to the blue line. Emberson over to Nurse. Nurse goes cross corner to get the ricochet to Emberson on the right wing for Draisaitl behind the net to Podkolzin. To the left wing. Up to the blue line. Podkolzin then had it go off his stick and it comes out. He's trying to hold up Wilson and he does. Or Feravari, hold up Feravari, which he did. And a penalty coming up, going to be an interference call.
Well, the Caps are a very good 5-on-5 team that has struggled on special teams, but so had the Islanders when Edmonton played them and lost 1-0. Washington's power play is at 16.7%. It's 26th in the NHL. The Oilers' penalty killing's up to 10th at 80.9.
Oiler penalty kill brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Podkolzin off for the interference. We're scoreless here in the first. 3 minutes, 14 seconds gone in the opening period. Face off to the right of Ingram. Last game was Sunday. That was the 5-0 win versus St. Louis. Made 27 saves. Puck on the left wing point. Chychrun shot. That just missed on the short side. And up near the line was Janmark to get it down the ice. That's a quick little snapshot by Chychrun.
Got it through. See, that's the thing. They put pucks to the net. I know that they're struggling. But what do you do when your power play is struggling, Cam?
Put it on goal.
Put it on goal.
Strome at center to Leonard. He'll shoot it in. Rims on the right. Wilson on the right wing boards, top of the circle, lost it, and that's where Savoy can scoop it out on the backhand to get it all the way down. Chychrun is 11th in defenseman scoring coming into today's action. Up to Strome. Strome through center on the right wing. Off the right wing boards to Wilson. Played it to the corner. And now it's Leonard on the left. Left wing to Ovechkin. Went to dump it around, went off his skate, came back to Ovechkin. To the blue line. Wilson has it, left wing point. Now to Ovechkin, forced up to the line and out by Emberson.
So they're going to attack Ovechkin when he's on the flank and take away his time and space so he can unleash that shot.
Chychrun gets it into the Oilers zone. It's into the corner and it's ripped around the boards and down the ice by Stastny. 45 seconds left to go in the penalty to Podkolzin. 4.5 into a scoreless first. Ovechkin with it in behind the Washington net. The right wing to Carlson, and now can dump that back to Frank. On the right wing to Sortif into the Oilers zone. Cross ice pass goes all the way over to Ovechkin to the left wing corner. Ovechkin behind the net to McMichael. To the blue line. Carlson across to Sortif. And it on the right. McMichael to Sortif. He'll go to the right wing corner. Now in behind the Edmonton goal. In front of the net. Went right through the slot between the D and down the ice. Carlson in his own end for Feravari on the right wing. The penalty of Podkolzin is just about over. Now to Sortif. Comes into the Oilers zone through the middle. Pass off the skate of Draisaitl. Puck to the boards. Penalty is over. The pass to Podkolzin. He's got a breakaway. Podkolzin, the backhand save made by Lindgren. Podkolzin gets his own rebound to the line to Bouchard. Left wing corner now to Draisaitl. Back to the point for Ekholm. Left wing corner goes past Draisaitl to McDavid in front of the net right through the slot to the blue line. Ekholm to the right wing side for Draisaitl. To the point for Bouchard. And now to McDavid. Spins off a check. Goes to the right wing corner. Gave it to Ekholm. Now on the left wing point. To Bouchard to Ekholm. Drops the puck to McDavid. Can leave it to Ekholm. Right wing point. Draisaitl is there with it. Draisaitl holds on. Skates on the right wing. In front of the net. Just missing. Draisaitl puck on the left wing side. Hyman got dumped down. And the puck cleared out by Beauvillier.
You can hear the Oilers bench.
Yeah.
That's a penalty all day.
Out through centers, Roslovic. Comes into the Capital zone on the right wing. Goes in behind the net, over to the left. He'll get it into the slot. Savoy's shot goes wide.
Got to shoot that right away.
And Riemsdyk in his own end. 6.5 gone here in a scoreless first. Sandin up the left wing for Lapierre to Protas, and a backhand pass off of Nurse. And the puck goes into the right wing corner. Protas will get it back to the blue line. Van Riemsdyk wanted to shoot it, now has to come down the right wing. He'll let it go, and that hits somebody in front of the net. Never did get to the goal. Roslovic with a breakaway pass. Here's Howard. He's in. The shot saved, made by Lindgren. He booted it out with a right pad. Chychrun gets hit in the right wing corner. Edmonton with 2 breakaway chances already. Centering pass by Howard. That hit a stick, and it's cleared out.
Well, you can't argue about the opportunities if you're Edmonton.
Stastny just inside his own line. Stastny on the right wing for Janmark. He'll get to the center ice line. He shoots it in. Goes to the left wing corner. Carlson in the corner. Lazar comes in there too. Lazar, his pass in front of the net, off of the stick of the netminder Lindgren. And Leonard on the right wing will get it out to center ice. Give it to Strome. It's into the Oiler end, to the left wing corner. Strome up against the left wing boards. Up near the point, that gets cleared out. At the center ice line, Strome back into his own end to Carlson.
Excellent energy from the Oilers here in the first 8 minutes. They got a good kill, had 2 breakaways, and Lindgren's been equal to the task.
Shots are 3-0 for Edmonton. Ferravari on the right to Carlson, up the right wing to Frank, comes into the Oiler end, to the in behind the net. Ekholm's right on him. Right wing corner. Back to the point was Duhaime, now to Ferravari, got it to the high slot to Dowd, into the left wing corner. Ferravari behind the net to Frank. He gets mashed on the boards by Ekholm. As they got it tied up inside the Edmonton end. Trying to get it free, they do. Nugent Hopkins bump it behind the net to Bouchard, into the middle to Nugent Hopkins. He gets through center. On the right wing to McDavid, into the Capital zone. And checked on the play, and Ferravari got it out. Back home at center, just to the Capital blue line. Ferravari to Roy. Going to the middle of Wilson. I'll give it to Ferravari. Ferravari will take it back in his end. Out of Sortif. Sortif to Roy. Right to Wilson. He is being pestered on the play by Podkolzin, who then takes the puck away and shoots it in. That goes to the right wing, tries settle cross ice, just missed Podkolzin. He's got it now to the left wing point to Nurse, but that will come out. Nurse puts it back in. Oilers will have to clear the zone. Scoreless here in the first. We're 9:15 into the opening period as the Edmonton Oilers host the Washington Capitals. Matt Roy with it in behind the Capitals net. Roy waiting, Podkolzin just beyond the crease. Roy on the right. Leave it to Beauvillier, now on to Lapierre. Lapierre will dump it in. Puck rimmed on the left wing. Sandin will keep it in. Goes in behind the Edmonton goal. Stastny to Howard, off his skate though. Lapierre up to the line. Dump it in behind the net. Beauvillier runs into Emberson. Emberson is able to spin away from him, and it'll go high in the air and out. It's going to bounce into the Capital zone. Van Riemsdyk on the inboards to Sandin. Chops it up the left wing. Goes right to Lapierre. Lapierre at the Edmonton blue line. Into the left wing corner. Stastny takes him to the boards. And it'll be Wallman on the right wing. Gave it to Savoy, cross ice pass, and that comes out of the zone and shot right back in by Carlson. On the right wing is Stastny. We're scoreless here in the first. 9.5 to go in the period. Flipped out by Wallman. Chychrun with it inside his own blue line for the Capitals. Cross to Carlson, now to Strome. Give it to McMichael, and Strome brings it in. That is offside against Washington. We're going to take a break. We got 9:21 to go here in a scoreless first period. The Edmonton Oilers hosting the Washington Capitals. From Rogers Place, it's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. You know, Alberta's a special place. From the Rockies to the Plains, it's a land of hard work and big dreams. If you're going to tackle it all, you need a truck that can keep up. That's why I can't say enough about my Ford F-150. It's more than a truck. It's a partner. Rugged toughness, serious capability, capability and smart features that make your life easier, like available Pro Power Onboard, the Ford F-150. Get yours today at your Alberta Ford dealer and tell them PB sent you.
In OilCountry, winning on the ice goes hand in hand with winning off the ice. With the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation 50-50 presented by Rogers, winning can mean both a life changed and a life saved. Because every ticket purchase helps more kids, more families, and more communities in need than ever before. And with the largest jackpots in all of sports, you could become Alberta's next millionaire. Get your tickets right now at EdmontonOilers.com, because when you play, all of OilCountry wins.
AGLC license number 744517.
Zach from EPCOR here. When winter rolls in, my family's outside skating, tobogganing, and enjoying the season. But stormwater ponds aren't the place. These ponds protect our neighborhoods from flooding year-round. Even in winter, the water keeps moving under the surface, making the ice unpredictable and unsafe. Edmonton has safe spots to skate and sled, like my favorite, the Rundle Park Iceway and Toboggan Hills. Stay back, stay off, stay safe. A note from your neighbors at EPCOR.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app. This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Oilers and Capitals at zeros. 9:21 to go here in the first period. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. The Oilers Mega 50-50 presented by Rogers, now live. Tonight's early bird prizes include $2,500 cash and $500 for Safeway. Get your tickets now at EdmontonOilers.com/50-50 for more chances to win. That total jackpot's over $400,000 right now. Face off outside the Edmonton blue line. Oilers have had a couple of breakaways in this game. Charlie Lindgren's been able to keep him out. Ekholm inside his own line for Edmonton, right side to Bouchard. Bouchard fourth in defenseman scoring coming into today's action. On the right wing off of Hyman. It goes into the corner. Chychrun on the end boards to Strome. Then he put it off a skate, got it right back. Rolls it up the right wing, but McDavid can keep it in. Strome poke it in behind the net. Chychrun over to the left, up in the air and out.
Oh, what a play.
And now Leonard picked it out of the air, but then lost it to McDavid. Up the right wing to Nugent Hopkins. Comes into the Capital zone. His pass looking for Hyman was broken up. And it's cleared out. Sordif after it inside the Edmonton zone. He's right at the blue line and was able to keep it in, albeit briefly, and now it comes out. Chychrun looping through the neutral zone. All the way back into his own end, forced back by Nugent Hopkins, across to Van Riemsdyk. On the left wing to Wilson, off the glass and in. Emberson on the end boards. His pass goes off of Wilson. Protas is in there too. Wilson to the left wing point to Sandin. Will put it towards the net, and then swatting that away was Bouchard, and it gets to the middle of the ice. Draisaitl, left wing to Emberson, now to Bouchard. On the right to Draisaitl, still inside Edmonton territory. Behind the net to Emberson, has to go to the left.
Get it up the ice.
Give it to Bouchard and to Draisaitl, but hit him in the skate. Puck brought in on the left wing. Carlson for the Capitals to the left wing point. Ferravari's shot, that hit something, went wide. And the puck in the right wing corner. Comes in front to Frank. It's broken up. Edmonton maybe with a 2-on-1 down the right wing. And it's Podkolzin. He'll come in, cut to the middle. A shot! Save made by Lindgren. And the puck cleared out by Frank.
But Colson got hooked there on the net drive. They didn't call it.
Draisaitl with it inside his own zone. 7:20 to go here in a scoreless first. To Jake Wallman. Wallman through the middle. On the right now to Savoy to Wallman. On the right wing boards. He'll go across to Roslovic. He'll shoot it. Save made by Lindgren. Savoy to the line, and Wallman's shot was blocked, and it comes out, and it'll go all the way down into the Edmonton zone.
Thought that hit Mangiapane. Wow.
Here's Nurse, left corner. Ovechkin hard into the boards there with Wallman. Puck along the right wing, and it's Savoy to Wallman. Wallman to Roslovic. They'll get through the neutral zone. Roslovic on the right wing. Just in over the line. That's broken up. Chychrun will get it out. Lapierre to Beauvillier into the Oilers zone. His shot, that's blocked, goes across and just put wide by Beauvillier. It's in behind the net.
Well, Beauvillier didn't score because of the work back to the puck that Savoy did. Great play.
Shot down, and Lindgren had it, took a swat at it, went right through his pads and into the slot, but Van Riemsdyk picks it up. He'll get to the Edmonton line and dump it in. Stastny will take it behind the Edmonton goal. And over to the left and now swing it back. 6 minutes to go here in a scoreless first. Stastny on the left wing to Emberson up the left wing boards. It comes into the zone to Janmark, left wing corner. Along those boards, top of the circle, Strome won't get it out. Frederick will keep it in. Got it to the right wing corner. Lazar to the right wing point to Bouchard. Walks the middle. He hammers his shot, and that goes off the arm of Lindgren. The puck hit the mesh above the glass. We get the whistle. We'll take a break. We got 5:31 to go here in the first period. Still at zeros. The Oilers host the Washington Capitals from Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers NHL hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Rogers is Canada's most reliable 5G Plus network, so you can stream Edmonton Oilers games and see Leon scoring in Leduc. Watch Ty tie things up in Tofield. Or check out Connor doing Connor things in Kalmar. And even catch Boosh bombs in Beaumont. Try saying that 3 times fast. Rogers, this is our game.
During every Oilers game day, the Canadian Brewhouse is your hockey headquarters. Cheer on the blue and orange, surrounded by fans as passionate as you are, while sipping $1 off tankards of Molson Canadian and Coors Light. And that's not all. Every game day, you can enter to win Oilers home game tickets. So grab your crew, grab a seat, and make the Canadian Brewhouse your go-to spot this hockey season. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
Heard of Uline? You know, the have-it-all in stock, ready-to-deliver shipping and industrial supply specialists. The company that does things for you that are unheard of, like keeping 41,000 items in stock in our own warehouses. With customer service reps on the line to get you what you need, when you need it, 24/7, 365, every time. Maybe you heard it here first. Want to hear more? Visit uline.ca. ULINE, your shipping and industrial supply specialists.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer. We're here in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. Oilers and Capitals at zeros. 5:31 to go here in this first period. Shots are 6-0 for Edmonton.
Oilers have not had a power play. Washington's had one, did not get a shot on goal. Washington's had a couple pucks in around the Edmonton net, but nothing that they're seeing is officially registered as a shot. The Oilers have had 2 breakaways in this game and haven't been able to score, and a partial break as well.
McDavid, Nugent Hopkins, and Hyman on the ice with Bouchard and Ekholm. Sordeff's taken the draw. He is
waved out of the circle.
Waved out of the face-off circle. Protas will take it. No, they'll have to do it again. Justin Sordeff, part of that Edmonton Oil King WHL championship team.
5 seasons in Vancouver.
Yep.
Was unreal in the short year. And then the next year got traded to the Oil Kings. And he was good.
He was good. On the right wing, McDavid to the left wing point to Bouchard. A couple of moves. Now to McDavid down that left side. He'll get it in front of the net. It goes off a skate. It's in the crease. Lindgren trying to find it. Chopped to the left wing. Ekholm around the boards. Wanted to get that all the way around to Bouchard. Instead broken up by Protas. He got it out. McDavid to the line. They went off stick. Comes back to Connor McDavid. It's into the Capital zone on the left. Now to Bouchard. Bouchard to the point. He missed Ekholm with it. It comes out of the zone.
Not a confident team right now. There's a chance there just to wire it on the net on the quick turnover. Instead, he popped it back. It's the third pass. The Oilers have moved back to their D. That's resulted in Edmonton either doing a regroup or having to defend. Put the puck on the net.
Draisaitl up the right side. Into the Capital zone. Goes to the right wing boards. To the left wing point to Nurse. A shot, but high and wide. Off the end glass, he gets to Van Riemsdyk. He'll get it out. Puck brought in, goes to Ovechkin. His shot, didn't get a lot on it and went wide of the net. And it goes in behind the Edmonton goal. Emberson up the right wing to Podkolzin. Now to Mangiapane. He'll take a bump from Sandin. Puck to the corner. Dowd in behind the goal, rimming it. We'll get it past Nurse. Dowd looking in the right corner, so is Van Riemsdyk. Dowd will go right across to Sandin, and he's got room to center, and now shoots the puck in. Nurse to Emberson, and then had to go off of Strome, but on the right side, Lazar can get it out. 3:40 to go here in a scoreless first. Long pass on the left. McMichael at the Edmonton blue line. Taken off his stick by Stastny. Puck gets to center. Chychrun. He lost it, but McMichael can get it back to Chychrun. Chychrun comes into the Edmonton end, and then that's played away from him by Stastny.
In a game like this one, where Ovechkin's landed a couple big hits on your D, you need Frederick to hit somebody back once in a while.
McMichael into the Oilers zone to Leonard. His pass through the middle goes off of Roslovic, and turning it up the left wing and getting to center ice is Janmark. In over the line, looking for Roslovic. Just missed him. Puck goes to the right corner. Frederick to Roslovic. Roslovic up the left wing to the top of the circle. Now to the blue line to Wallman. Across to Bouchard. Went off a stick, goes to Roslovic. He'll go in behind the Capitals net. On the left to Bouchard. He's on the blue line. Makes a move to get away from Leonard. Then to the line, but off of Roslovic and out. On the right wing, Howard will bring it in. Howard looking towards the net. His pass to the middle. That got blocked. Howard to the point to Bouchard. He shot it. Glove save made by Charlie Lindgren. He's going to hold on. We're going to take a break with 2:28 to go here in a scoreless first as the Oilers host the Washington Capitals from Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
To the fans who bleed orange and blue, never miss a game, and are always on the edge of their seat. Show your passion for the Oilers and cheer on the team at Molson Oilers Game Day Live. Attend throughout the season for your chance to win 2026-27 Edmonton Oilers season seats. Be there for the next Game Day Live event on January 29th at Fargo's on 50th. For the full event schedule and to RSVP to the Ultimate Oilers Watch Party, visit OilersGameDayLive.com.
From backyard rinks to big arenas under bright lights, electricity powers every moment. At Capital Power, we generate reliable, affordable electricity for oil country and beyond, powering innovation, opportunity, and thriving economies across North America. Just like our Edmonton Oilers, we're driven, determined, and lighting up the game. We're powering change by changing power. Get to know us at capitalpower.com.
Did you know that there are 9 Napa Auto Parts stores serving the greater Edmonton area and have been doing so for more than 50 years? Since Napa first opened in Edmonton, the community has grown and vehicles have changed, but you can always trust Napa Auto Parts to provide you with the expert know-how and the best vehicle parts. And if that isn't enough, every time you visit a Napa Auto Parts store when you present your AMA card, you receive an additional 10% discount on all retail parts and accessories. Visit your local Napa Auto Parts store for more offers and expert know-how. Napa Auto Parts is a proud fan of the Edmonton Oilers.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app. This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Rogers Place, Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. Oilers and Capitals at zeros. The broadcast brought to you by Ford, official partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Ready, set, Ford. 2:28 to go here in the first. Face off to the left of Lindgren. McDavid, Nugent Hopkins, and Hyman on the ice with Bouchard and Ekholm. Nick Dowd will take the draw for the Capitals. Puck will go to Carlson. He's in behind the net. Through the middle, up in the air and out. Glove down. And brought in on the right wing. On that right side. Duhaime back to the point. There's nobody there for the Capitals, and that's going to go down the ice.
You got a first line versus fourth line matchup for Edmonton. Duhaime's he can hit you.
Bouchard steers it to McDavid. Connor McDavid through the middle. Left wing at center to Nugent Hopkins. Has to dump it in. Hyman on the right wing in front of the net. Goes off of Nugent Hopkins. The puck into the right wing corner. Now came back in front of the net, but Duhaime was there for the Capitals. Taken along the boards by McDavid. Nugent Hopkins to the line for Ekholm. Across to Bouchard. Left wing corner to McDavid. It bounces over his stick. Now he's able to poke it behind the net to Nugent Hopkins. To the right wing point for Bouchard. In behind the goal to Zach Hyman. Faravari took him to the end boards. Carlson got it around on the right. It's to the line, and McDavid has it now on the left for Nugent Hopkins. with Carlson on him. To the left wing point for Ekholm. Into the left wing corner, McDavid being partially tied up. Ferravari comes in there too. So does Zach Hyman for Edmonton. They're able to just get it free for a moment. Now Dowd holding McDavid up against the corner boards.
Oh, he's holding them, and they're not calling it.
Now we're last minute here in the first. Puck near the side of the net. Hyman will go in behind with it. Banks it to the left point. Ekholm faked the shot. Now across it to Bouchard. A shot, and that scores! Evan Bouchard with a snapshot from the point. It found its way through, and Edmonton is up 1-0.
What do you do, Cam?
He shot the puck. He got it through.
Long-range bomber, and he elevated the puck. The Oilers had started to complete a change out there. I don't think Mangiapane got a stick on it. I think it's Bouchard's goal all the way. If so, it'll be his 12th of the season.
It looked like it went straight through. You're right. There were sticks, there were players, but it went right through. I think. Maybe Mangiapane got a piece, but... $19-12 is the time of the goal.
Edmonton is 17-0-3 in their last 20 games when they've scored first.
We think that's Bouchard's as it's dumped into the Capital zone. All right, Mangiapane was in the vicinity. A lot of players were. Puck brought in, and on the right wing, Wilson to Sandin, the shot save, rebound, scores. Right at the side of the net was Protas.
Just going to say, you can't give one up in the final minutes.
Ties the game at 1.
And late recognition from the two trailing wingers up the ice. And they activated Sandin on the backside D and put Colson and Mangiapane ended up in chase mode. I got to watch this again. And it was Colson that was late arriving, and Sandin got the initial shot through, and Protas is a massive man.
That initial shot hit Protas.
And then he found the
loose puck just sitting there.
And that's how it's gone for the Oilers over the last couple games here.
18th of the year for Alexi Protas. And we're tied at 1.
All that work, out shooting a team 9-0, and you give up a goal in the last.
Here's Frederick, wrapped it around, goes to Lazar, a shot. That one looked like it went off of Van Riemsdyk. Janmark in the left wing. We got 8 seconds to go in the period. Set in front, goes to the line. Here's Emerson, shot, it's blocked. And it goes to the left wing corner. That one hits Sandin, and he is down on the ice as the period ends. Rasmus Sandin is congratulated by his teammates. He took that right off the top of the foot. As the Oilers and the Capitals are tied at 1 here after 1 period of play. As Evan Bouchard gets his 12th.
You got to manage the game better than that. And that's, generally speaking, a decent 5v5 line. And the D pairing, the read between Nurse and Emerson. A little bit challenged.
All right. And right now we got Aiden Gannam downstairs with Evan Bouchard.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Evan, kind of a sour way to end that first period, but you guys looked really strong, out shooting your opponents 8-1. Just take me through that first 20 from your eyes.
Yeah, first 20 was great. If you're giving up a couple shots a period, it's a good sign. So we're playing good defensively. We're working them in the O-zone, which is a good sign too.
400th NHL game. You get your 50th point of the season off of a goal. Just take me through that play, and how's this journey been so far for you?
Yeah, I mean, it was great work down low by forward times, Nuge, Davo, Nuge changing and then tiring them out. Came up to me, and Himes did a great job getting to the net for me.
Thanks, Evan.
Thanks, guys.
All right, there's Evan Bouchard downstairs. Oilers and Capitals tied at 1 here after 20 as the teams exchange goals in the last minute of this first period.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now that Darnell Nurse and Ty Emerson would have liked to have played that sequence differently. You got to manage the game better than that. blew a 3-on-3. They hit the late trailer, put Coles in a little bit late. Weird sequence. That said, pretty good period overall. Build on it.
Yeah, didn't give up a whole heck of a lot. Shots were 9-2 in that period. Evan Bouchard in his 400th NHL game scoring. It's his 12th of the year. And Alexei Protas, he scored for the Capitals. That's his 18th. So tied at 1 after 1. Brendan Escott, Rob Brown, they're standing by, and they got the intermission for you when we come back. From Rogers Place, it's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
If you ever find yourself needing collision repair, CarStar is here to help make accidents unhappen. Any make, any model. That said, there are some accidents CarStar can't make unhappen, such as accidentally waking a hibernating bear, accidentally biting into a raw habanero pepper, accidentally throwing a frisbee at a beehive. CarStar, Canada's trusted collision repair expert, is here to make car accidents unhappen. For a location near you, visit carstar.ca.
It's our YEG with 880 Chad.
Laying the groundwork for a home refresh, the Edmonton Renovation Show's vibrant marketplace returns to the Expo Center January 30th through February 1st. Tickets on sale now. Then rev up for a return to the open road as the Edmonton RV Adventure Sale and Show hits the Expo Center February 5th to 8th with a dynamic showcase for the whole family. Get your tickets now.
For details on these and more events, visit 880ched.com. This is At the Intermission on the Oilers Radio Network.
Our last minute here in the first. Puck near the side of the net. Hyman will go in behind with it. Banks it to the left point. Ekholm faked the shot. Now across it to Bouchard. A shot, and that scores! Evan Bouchard with a snapshot from the point. It found its way through, and Edmonton is up 1-0.
That's your highlight zone, brought to you by Century Casinos. All in, all games, all season. Century Casinos with 3 great locations in Edmonton, St. Albert, and next to Edmonton International Airport. Welcome to the winner's zone. The Oilers and Capitals are tied at 1 following goals that took until the final minute to come by, but they exchanged them in the final minutes. In fact, those goals coming 22 seconds apart. Bouchard and Alexei Protas, who had the answer for the Washington Capitals on what was their first shot of the period. Rob Brown's here high above ice level with us. Rob, what did you make of that?
Well, this is, we talk about it a lot. When one team dominates a period, and I would call that a domination for the Oilers, is their first shot they gave up was with, 30 seconds to go in the period. When you dominate, you need to come out of the period ahead. And usually you need to come out with multiple goals because you go in between periods right now, and the Oilers did everything right that period. The Capitals did everything wrong, and they're tied. And it always seems to come back to bite you when you are a team that dominates and you're not rewarded for it. You give credit to Charlie Lindgren in net. I mean, the Oilers had Savoy breakaway, but Colson breakaway, Ike Howard breakaway. He made a great save off his shoulder on a Bouchard bomb. Hyman and Nugent Hopkins in front of the net fighting in the blue paint. So the Oilers, they had 1 goal. They could have had 3 or 4. And the Capitals got nothing going at all, but a poor shift to end the period after you take a lead. You just can't give up odd man breaks. And the Washington Capitals defenseman read the play and jumped past the 2 Oiler wingers, and all of a sudden there's numbers. And once that happens, then I know that Bob was hard on Emberson and Nurse, and I'm going to have to rewatch it. But when the puck goes to, was it Sandin that shot it from the point? I think it was. It jumped into the play. When he shot it, he's by himself. So now the defenders, and Leon was taking the winger Wilson out. So whoever the defender, he has to leave his guy in front of the net because Sandin's walking down the middle by himself. So that is on the wingers coming back, getting beat up the ice. And again, that's something you can't have in the last minute of a period that you have absolutely dominated.
Talk a lot about the start coming into this game. I don't think the start was necessarily the problem. They haven't held a team off the shot clock like that I can recall in a long, long time. The problem is you get beat by the first one that goes, and it wasn't a situation where I thought Ingram was necessarily to blame there. It was in behind him and got swept into the back of the net.
Well, the only thing that could have saved that goal is the two Washington Capitals that were standing by themselves if they out-battled each other. I mean, it was Protas and Sordiff, the two Capital players in a wide open net. Like, there was no defenseman. So I'm going to have to watch the replay because one of the defensemen left his man to come out towards Sandin and take away the shot. But there were two Washington Capitals by themselves with a wide open net. I think they gave the puck to Protas, but both guys touched it on its way into the net. A wonderful play by Tom Wilson. Tom Wilson held the puck, and waited until someone got open, and that was Sandin jumping up into the play. It's funny, you don't want to nitpick a period where you outshoot the other team 9-2, and their first shot was with 40 seconds to go in the period. But the Oilers had a number of other shots that they turned away on. If I possessed what Evan Bouchard has, then I would have 25 shots a game. Like, I mean, he is the best shooter. He is the best shooter He's the best shooter on the team, and he's turning down shots. He's throwing pucks back to the point. He's got the pucks in great areas, and he's not putting it on net. I mean, you'd get tired of me shooting the puck if I could shoot like that. Yeah. But one thing that I wanted to mention, though, he had an absolute bomb. We talked before the game. You asked me about the goaltender having an opposite hand. Would it affect any players? Bouchard had an absolute bomb from the point, and it was labeled where a normal goaltender would be top glove, and Lindgren made a fantastic save right off his shoulder. If that was a glove hand, that was in, because the shoulder wouldn't be there. The blocker side, it's opposite. The next time he had the puck, he shot the other side. The goal that he scored on was the glove side. And again, Lindgren's in net. Neither of them could he see till the last minute, but there's not as much body in front where the glove is. So I don't know if Bouchard consciously did it, but the first one on the opposite hand goaltender hit the shoulder when he couldn't see it. The second one beats him high glove, and that was a big goal at the moment. Unfortunately, it's 1-1 going in between periods.
Yeah, the moment proved to be fleeting, and you talk about what that does to deflate a team, but they've got some time to recover here, obviously, and it's still 40 minutes with a tied hockey game in order to go out and win this one. What do you imagine the nature of the conversation is like right now?
Well, I think they're going to talk about all the good things they did and how they limited the chances against, but they will also point out the fact that, hey, we can't let a defenseman beat us up. We always talk about the hardest job on the ice is the goalie, then probably center, then defense. The easiest job in hockey is a winger. I know, I played it. So in your own end, you got one guy really to worry about. You got the defenseman, right? He stays up there and fine. But the one thing you have to do is when you're in the offensive zone, if the puck starts going back towards your zone, you cannot let your defenseman beat you up ice. That is just a cardinal rule. You cannot let them beat you up ice, because as we saw on the tying goal, Tom Wilson, it's kind of like when Leon has the puck. You can't get the puck away from Leon. He just moves further and further away from you to eventually makes the pass. That's what Tom Wilson did. He used his body to protect himself, to hold on to the puck longer, and Sandin jumps into the play. And at that point, all the defenders are low. Sandin comes to the high slot, and he had all the time in the world to take the shot. So that is the one thing I think that they'll talk about in between periods for the Edmonton Oilers. Other than that, defensively, a much better period than we've seen the last few games.
All right, we'll see if they can carry that forward here in period number 2. We're at the intermission right now. This is your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Wherever Canadians raise a glass, you'll find Molson. There's a good reason for that. When you've been in Canada for over 230 years, you get around in the cups and fridges of Canadians, generation after generation. Molson has a beer for everyone. So raise a glass or cup or whatever you pour your Molson in, because it doesn't matter what it's in. It matters where it's from. Canadian, export, ultra, excel, Molson. Everyone in. Must be legal drinking age.
Whether you're building a home, a community, or championship team, it doesn't happen overnight. It happens one step, one shift, one brick at a time. Coventry Homes. Never done building. The official builder of the Edmonton Oilers. Proudly celebrating 50 years. Visit coventryhomes.ca.
Do your tires feel like hockey pucks on the road? Perhaps it's time for a new set of Atturo tires. No matter what you drive, Atturo has the right fit for you, including the all-new Trailblade HT and AZ810, premium all-weather tires for your pickup, car, SUV, or crossover. You can rest assured that Atturo tires will get you through all 4 seasons. Available at Action Car and Truck, Point S, and tire shops everywhere. Find a dealer near you at atturo.com.
Now this update from the Canadian Press. With wind chills plunging to as low as minus 50 degrees Celsius in parts of the country, Environment Canada has issued extreme cold warnings across the nation. Keith Hambley, CEO of homeless services organization Fred Victor in Toronto, says shelters and drop-in spaces are operating at increased capacity to try and help people get out of the cold and stay safe during these life-threatening conditions. Federal Defense Minister David McGuinty says Canadians will never forget the sacrifices that Canadian troops made for Americans and the NATO alliance in Afghanistan. The comments come following maligned remarks from U.S. President Donald Trump, in which he attempted to downplay the role of non-U.S. troops in Afghanistan. U.S. President Donald Trump is threatening Canada with high tariffs if it makes a deal with China. Trump posted to social media referring to Prime Minister Mark Carney as governor and warning that Canada would be devoured by China if it struck a deal, threatening 100% tariffs if that deal goes forward. From the Canadian Press, I'm John Kennedy.
Can an energy provider make you feel carefree? We think so, because who doesn't like to be surrounded by good energy? Great rates always. Gimmicks never. Perks that reward your loyalty and energy experts who know what's what. Carefree just feels good. Encore by EMCOR, your carefree electricity and natural gas provider.
Customers are free to purchase natural gas or electricity services from a retailer of their choice. For a list of retailers, visit ucahelps.alberta.ca or call 310-4822 toll-free.
When the Oilers are on the ice, the big hits are a part of the game. But they shouldn't be a part of your drive. If you've been injured in a car collision, let James H. Brown & Associates and their over 200 years of combined injury law experience help you. Locally owned and proud Edmonton Oilers fans, James H. Brown & Associates is ready to support you with their unrivaled experience, unrivaled results, and unrivaled commitment. When accidents happen, head to jameshbrown.com.
As the official medical imaging provider to the Edmonton Oilers, MIC ensures precision in every shot. And if you need medical imaging attention, you can count on MIC to get you back in the game. Whether it's a classic wrist shot, that is, X-ray, soft tissue scan, or advanced imaging, MIC provides timely and expert diagnosis. So go where the pros go and book an appointment at any of their 15 convenient Edmonton and area locations. Learn more at mic.ca.
This is At the Intermission on the Oilers Radio Network.
Oilers and Capitals all knotted at 1 through 20 minutes of play. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of your Edmonton Oilers. A bunch of finals in the league on a 9-game night. The Sabres beat the Islanders 5-0. Mammoth 5-2 over Nashville in Nashville. Bruins 4-3 over the Canadiens in Boston. The Carolina Hurricanes beat Ottawa 4-1. Columbus put 8 goals up on the Tampa Bay Lightning, 8-5 the final there. Detroit beat Winnipeg 5-1, and in a shootout, it was the Kings 5-4 over the St. Louis Blues. So the Oilers would be best serving themselves by winning this hockey game as the Kings creep closer and nip at their heels a little bit. Also going on right now, you've got the Wild and Panthers tied up at 2 through 40 minutes of play. Bakersfield in action right now in San Jose. They are leading 3-2. Goals coming from Quinn Hudson, Damian Carfagna, and Max Jones actually... No, he shot on a penalty shot. Didn't score, though. Josh Brown has scored the 3rd goal in that game. But Hudson does pick up his 24th of the year, as mentioned. On the Oil Kings front, they play tomorrow. 4 o'clock in the afternoon, right here with Saskatoon coming to town. That's your out-of-town scoreboard for Pizza 73, the official pizza of your Edmonton Oilers. We'll get you back to live play-by-play. It's Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer coming right up with second period action from Rogers Place. We're at the intermission right now, and this is your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
You've been listening to At the Intermission on the Oilers Radio Network.
Hey, Oil Country. Stranded in the snow, stuck on the side of the road, or just locked out of your ride? Visit OilCountryTowing.com, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 towing and roadside rescue team. Oil Country Towing will get you going.
Hey folks, Paul Brandt here. Around these parts, we work hard, play hard, and we demand the best. Sometimes you need a truck that's a cut above. The Ford Super Duty. Tough enough for any job with the style and luxury you deserve. It's as powerful as it is refined, with cutting-edge features that make every drive a pleasure. In short, this ain't your everyday pickup. The Ford Super Duty. Drive the finest truck Alberta has to offer today at your Alberta Ford dealer. And tell them PV sent you.
Do you have tickets to an upcoming event at Rogers Place that you can't attend? Donate your tickets to the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation Seats for Kids program, presented by Eagle Builders. Seats for Kids provides unused game tickets for charities, allowing children and families to enjoy hockey at Rogers Place. And for many, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. To be a part of the Seats for Kids program presented by Eagle Builders, please email edmonton@kidsupfront.com. That's edmonton@kidsupfront.com.
Hey, Oil Country. Stranded in the snow, stuck on the side of the road, or just locked out of your ride? Visit OilCountryTowing.com, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 towing and roadside rescue team. Oil Country Towing will get you going.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Rogers Place, tied at 1, the Oilers and the Capitals. Getting ready for the second period of play, and tonight's Oilers Mega 50-50 presented by Rogers. It's in support of the YMCA and Ronald McDonald House Charities, supporting children facing serious health challenges by providing a home close to essential medical care and expanding access to sport and community programming. Get your tickets now at edmontonoilers.com/5050. Total jackpot $433,000. Evan Bouchard from Ekholm and Hyman, and then Alexi Protas from Sandine and Wilson.
Well, definitely a play Darnell Nurse would like to have back at the end of the first period. Can't play goalie in the middle of the defensive zone.
Nurse able to shoot it in.
Twisted and turned around, and nobody ended up having Protas because he confused his partner, Ty Emerson, as to where he was going in that sequence. And it led itself to a tie game and a dominant first period for the Oilers.
Shot down into the Oilers zone, and Wilson gets to it on the end boards. Got wedged onto the boards by Nurse. Up the left wing, it doesn't get out. Sortiff's going to keep it in. Give it to Wilson, right wing side for Sortiff. Sortiff lost the puck to Trent Frederick, middle of the ice to Emberson. And Emberson over center will dump the puck in. Edmonton will make changes, and it's in behind the Washington net.
It's an interesting decision to start that line for the Oilers. Start the period.
Right wing, Sortiff will dump it in. Puck goes to Roy. His shot hit his leg, goes to Sortiff on the left. He'll shoot it towards the net. The save, the rebound then. Got without 1-2. Ingram with a couple of saves. And the puck out to center ice. McMichael had the rebound shot, and it goes into the Capital zone. And it is Podkolzin, right wing corner to Draisaitl. His pass in front of the net got blocked. Goes to the end boards. Podkolzin to the left wing. To the point, Wallman. Cross to Stastny, plays it off the corner boards. It's to the top of the circle, and Leonard will get to center ice for Washington. Threw it across the line. There was nobody there for the Capitals. Podkolzin on the left wing, and there's
one each way.
One each way. It's going to be even up penalties away from the puck.
Draisaitl, and looks like Leonard, I think, going off for Washington.
Or a minute and a half into the second.
Or
Edmonton penalty, number 29. 2-minute minor interference.
Only Edmonton.
Oh. He's racing.
You watching the game here or what, bud?
I thought the way he
he's had
gestured with his hands, it looked like it was one each way.
They've had 3 opportunities to give Washington penalties off of Oilers cycles in the offensive zone in this game, where they've been hauling Edmonton down, and they haven't, including one on Hyman right in front of both referees. And the angelic Washington Capitals get their second power play of the game.
Puck lifted up and out. Oiler penalty kill brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Chychrun, interference the call against Draisaitl. Chychrun swings it back to Leonard. Leonard will dump the puck into the Edmonton zone. It'll come around, went off the skate of Ovechkin. Savoy behind the net for Bouchard. Takes it to the end boards. They try to get it loose. It goes top of the circle, and Chychrun kept it in as Janmark couldn't direct it out.
He's got to make a better play than that. If he's out there in the PK, he gets a chance to get it out. He's got to get it out.
Savoy does, and it goes all the way down. Lindgren can set it for Chychrun. Chychrun is Onad. Now to Strome. Strome makes his way to the Edmonton blue line. Lost it there to McDavid, and they'll say that was offside against the Capitals. So 1:04 to go in this penalty to Leon Draisaitl. We're tied at 1, 2 minutes, 26 seconds into the second period.
It looked like just incidental contact between Draisaitl and Leonard.
He hit him by accident.
He hit him by accident. They called a penalty on it. And we've had a couple that weren't by accident. And
puck shot all the way down and inside his own end. Coming up the right wing is Frank to McMichael, and center ice shot it in, and it goes into the right wing corner. Frank after it, taken to the boards by Stastny. It's dug out, goes to the point. Carlson gets it across. Ovechkin's one-timer, and that's kicked out by Ingram and shot down the ice on the right wing by Nugent Hopkins.
Nugent Hopkins didn't realize that he had McDavid one-on-one against Carlson if he just poked the puck up. Got it out, though.
Frank into the Oilers zone, goes to the right wing corner. Stops, hit Nurse with it. It goes behind the net. Wallman is there to wrap it up the right wing boards and down the ice.
Oilers are using all 6 defensemen on the PK right now.
Carlson and his own line to Sortif. Sortif into the Oilers zone through the middle. He'll shoot it. That one went off of Wallman. Penalty is over. Draisaitl is out. The puck along the boards inside the Edmonton zone. Capitals are 0 for 2 on the power play. Tied at 1. We're here early in the second. Jake Wallman in front of his net to Draisaitl. Draisaitl through the middle. Over the Capital line to McDavid on the left wing point for Nurse. Into the corner to McDavid. On the right side, he goes by Draisaitl and past the blue line and out. Oilers recover as Nurse inside his own line up the left wing. That went off of Roy. Now to McDavid. Cross on the right, finds Draisaitl to the right wing point. Bouchard in the middle. His shot! Scores! Evan Bouchard let it go. It hit the glove of Lindgren and knocked his glove right off and went into the net. It's 2-1 Edmonton.
Well, there's only one way that happens, and that's because Lindgren picked the puck up late because of the net front presence there of Zach Hyman. As Draisaitl, Bouchard just stepped on the ice. It's the only way, is he just didn't pick it up clean, and Bouchard had enough heat on it. It's a 2-1 game. Bouchard's second goal of the game.
Hyman was in front of the net providing the screen. Was tied up with Dowd.
I believe it's Draisaitl and McDavid on the assist. So it was McDavid who swung it from one side to the other.
4:13, time of the goal. Evan Bouchard has the Edmonton Oilers ahead by a 2-1 margin.
See if Edmonton can manage the puck better here out of this.
Savoy at center ice will dump it in. On the left, Howard. To the right, off of Savoy. Puck goes to Duhaime. He'll get it out. And Roslovic now to Howard. In over the line. Howard to Savoy, and he didn't get a shot. Got tied up. Penalty coming up against Chychrun. Oh, it's actually going to be against Lindgren, the netminder.
Wow.
He got his stick in there on Savoy. Knocked him to the ice.
Well, Roslovic makes the play with a quick little interior pass. Edmonton goes on the power play for the first time in the game.
Washington penalty, number 79, 2-minute minor, tripping.
Oilers power play number 1 in the NHL at 32.2%. Washington penalty kill is 24th in the league at 77.7%.
Somebody that was on the ice has to serve this.
likely be a forward.
Yeah, I think the Capitals were trying to get Ovechkin to serve it, but he wasn't on the ice at the time.
Now, the Oilers are 4th in the league in faceoffs. The Capitals are 19th ranked team in faceoffs. Dow tends to take a lot of their right side draws on the PK.
Lapierre will serve it. Draisaitl wins the draw. Puck to the blue line. Bouchard. Across to Nugent-Hopkins on the left side. McDavid to Bouchard. Now on the right to Draisaitl. Draisaitl on the right wing at the hash marks. To the point to Bouchard. Back to Draisaitl. Skates up to the line. To Bouchard, right corner. Nugent-Hopkins shot. Saved by Lindgren. The rebound gets into the slot. Back to the point. Bouchard has it. To the middle of the ice. Left wing McDavid. To the corner. Nugent-Hopkins. To McDavid. McDavid, a shot goes off of Lindgren to the point, and Bouchard kept it in on the right wing. In front of the net, jammed on net by Hyman, and the puck to the left side. Now to Draisaitl, right wing corner. Up the right wing boards with Faravari on him. Swooping in to pick it up is McDavid. Into the slot for Hyman. Went off a stick. Hit down. Stick came out. Power play brought to you by Atco Energy. Your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com. McDavid in over the line on the right to Draisaitl to McDavid. Off the right, top of the circle to Draisaitl in the corner.
They're taking away the Bouchard
out
shot.
To Hyman. That shot got blocked and went off of Carlson. Puck in the right wing corner. McDavid to Draisaitl in front to Nugent-Hopkins. Just directed it wide. McDavid on the left wing to Nugent-Hopkins to McDavid. McDavid, cross-ice pass, hit a skate, went to the right. Bouchard on the right wing point. Got away from Protas. Side of the net, gave it to Hyman. Penalty over in 22 seconds. Edmonton up 2-1 here in the second. 6:15 gone. Left wing point is McDavid. Or down the left side. Put it on net and is saved by Lindgren. That's cleared out and down the ice.
Well, lots of shots. You don't lose momentum on a power play like that.
Wallman's coming through the middle of the ice. Penalty is just about done. Wallman comes into the Capital zone. Goes in behind the net. Over to the left. Penalty is done. Lapierre out on the ice to the middle. The shot just wide by Savoy. Lapierre will get it up the left wing to Sordeff. He'll come in over the line. Sordeff waiting. His shot scores.
What a play.
Whoa. Justin Sordeff just roofed that one and ties the game at 2.
They stole this kid from Florida, did the Capitals, and he had a slow start to the year, and probably because partially the injury and where he had to slot in the lineup. And he ripped this one. Absolute bomb. Right over the blocker side on Connor Ingham. That's just a great shot by Justin Sordeff. And this is, we've talked about it, the Capitals are a top 5 run team in the NHL. They are. I mean, they got the best player in NCAA hockey right now. Cole Hudson, he's going to likely, you'd think they'd have to sign him. And you pick up Sordeff, and the acquisition cost wasn't that significant after spending the last 3 years in Charlotte, Florida's farm team. What a rocket for his 11th of the year.
6:50 time of the goal. Sordeff's got points in 3 straight. Puck dumped into the Capital zone. Lindgren off the glass, and that goes out of play. We're going to take a break. We played 6:58 of the second period. The Oilers and the Capitals are tied at 2. From Rogers Place, it's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Rogers is Canada's most reliable 5G Plus network, so you can stream Edmonton Oilers games and see Leon scoring in Leduc. Watch Ty tie things up in Tofield. Or check out Connor doing Connor things in Kalmar. And even catch Boosh bombs in Beaumont. Try saying that 3 times fast. Rogers, this is our game.
I'm Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. And I'm Zach Hyman. And when we're not making juicy, sweet passes, or having my goals disallowed, we're working for Legacy Heating and Cooling. You know, guys used to call me a plumber. And now they call you an HVAC technician. Nice.
Hey, guys, you're not here to install furnaces. You're here to sing the jingle.
Oh.
Well.
Okay.
Call Legacy. Call Legacy. No payments and no interest for 1 year from qualified installers. Legacy Heating and Cooling.
At Brent, our job description is whatever you need to succeed.
expert support, parts when you need them, and financing that fits on the compact construction machines you want. Equipment, expertise, value, delivered right to your door. We do it right at your site. Call your brand dealer to book your demo today.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Tied at 2 here in the second period, 6:58 gone. Leon Draisaitl picking up an assist on that Evan Bouchard goal. That's his 600th career assist. Connor McDavid also getting a helper on that. It was sort of from Lapierre and McMichael. So Edmonton scoring at 4:13. Washington replying at 6:50. And we're tied at 2 here in the second period. Face off in the Capital zone to the right of Lindgren. Roy up the right wing, got it out. The puck at center ice for Draisaitl. Draisaitl in his own end. Now goes to Nurse. Cross ice to Ty Emerson. Will drift the puck in off the glass. Puck in behind the net. Roy can't get it out. Puck goes to Draisaitl with Beauvillier on him. Draisaitl to the point, but through the skates of Emerson. It'll go down into the Edmonton zone. And Ingram out to play it and got it to center. Chychrun inside his own blue line for the Capitals. Now to Strome. Strome had hacked off his stick, and puck goes to Mangiapane. He'll come in over the Capital blue line. He'll shoot it, and that goes wide.
Wasted opportunity there. You got a 3-on-2. You got to make a play there.
Nurse in the right wing corner. Behind the net to Mangiapane, went off his stick. Strome's got it. Up the left wing, that they say that went off of somebody, so it won't be icing. Frederick in behind the goal. Drop it off. Jake Wallman out from behind the net. Left wing to Stastny. On the left side, missed Janmark with it. That's icing against Edmonton. 8:11 gone in the second. The game's tied at 2. And Evan Bouchard in game 400 of his NHL career, he's got 2 goals. He's up to 13 on the season.
He's never had a hat trick.
Now at 51 points. Face off to the left of Connor Ingram.
He's third in the NHL in points by defensemen over the last 3 years of the regular season.
Protas off the draw, shot that goes wide. Cherivari to Sortif behind the net. Now on the right wing, Wilson trying to one-hand it back to the point. It's picked off by Janmark. He can give it to Stastny on the right side, shoots it in. Off the right wing boards. Carlson got it up to the blue line.
This is a 4-on-2 here.
Sortif's pass. It's in behind Protas, but now he has it left wing corner. Tried to play it in front of the net. It went right to the netminder, Ingram, and he covers it. And we get a whistle. Face-off will be to the right of Connor Ingram.
Frederick skating into Wilson. They've fought 3 times in their career. Tom Wilson, he's a unicorn today.
No kidding.
I wish last year when you were me and were in Montreal for the 4 days.
Oh, if he'd have been in that, could you imagine? Yeah. Well, it turned out it was pretty entertaining anyway.
The guys that dropped the flippers did pretty good there as
they
was.
did just fine. But it would have been nice to have that in the arsenal. Off the draw, quick shot, save made by Ingram off of Beauvillier. Puck to the blue line, Carlson let it go. It goes off a skate, off the corner boards, and McDavid will turn it up the right wing. To center ice to Hyman, comes into the Capital zone, stops up, cross ice, and that is picked off, and Beauvillier will come out. To Leonard, into the Oiler end on the right wing. His shot, blocker saved by Ingram. Puck goes to the left wing. Chychrun off the left side, a couple of moves, goes in behind the net, over to the right wing, point to Carlson. Now across, Sandin tried to shoot it towards the goal, could not get it through. And the puck goes off a stick, and Lapierre turning it around, gave it to Carlson. A shot missed on the glove side. Chychrun has it left corner. Now to Leonard, taken to the boards by Bouchard. And the puck up the left wing, and it's McDavid to center for the Oilers. Dropping it to Nugent Hopkins towards the net. A shot that hit a body, just went wide. We're tied at 2 here in the second. 10:15 to go in the period. Up to center is Frank. Directed into the Oiler end. Ingram to the left wing corner for Nugent Hopkins. Cross ice to Emerson, off the right wing boards, into the Capital zone. Poked around on the left by Savoy. To Roslovic, to Savoy behind the net. Savoy got it in front of the net. Lapierre was there for the Capitals. And he'll come out to center ice. Off the left wing boards to Van Riemsdyk. In front to Frank. A shot. Great stop made by Ingram. He got a piece of it coming across.
Roslovic did not make a very good defensive read there. He's got to get inside position on Frank. A solid stop by Ingram.
Puck rim to the right wing point. Ferravari on the right wing boards to McMichael. Lost it to Howard. Into the middle. It goes off of Roslovic. Roslovic will be able to dump it into the Capitals' end. Roy on the end boards. Little play on the right to Ferravari. On the left wing to Strome. Into the Oiler and cuts across the middle. Left wing to McMichael. Right wing to Roy. To Strome. Will shoot it towards the net. That hit traffic in front of it. And Roslovic will get it out. With 9:05 to go in the second. This game tied at 2. Center ice, Strome will shoot it in. Ingram stops it in behind the goal.
Roslovic's got to get off here. It's at a long shift.
Podkolzin up the left wing. Center ice. Dumped the puck in. Podkolzin went around to get it himself. Instead,
it took too long getting off the ice.
And here is Wilson into the Edmonton zone. Does sort of tried to shoot it. Went off his stick. To the right wing point to Roy. He'll put it towards the net. Hit the stick of Protas. Goes to the left side. Sort of up against the boards with Podkolzin. Wilson got it free to the line. And a shot that goes wide. Off the left wing point by Chychrun. Wilson on the left wing. Out to Sortif. To the right wing corner. Van Riemsdyk to the line. The shot saved by Ingram. The rebound. He's able to cover it up. Didn't know where it was for a second. Chychrun put it on net. It hit the glove of Ingram. And then it was loose, but he got a hold of it. When we get a whistle, we can take a break. With 8:12 to go here in the second period, the Edmonton Oilers and the Washington Capitals all tied at 2 from Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Sportsnet Plus is your ultimate destination for Oilers games. Stream more matchups than anywhere else.
Spectacular!
Catch Oilers action all season. Plan starting at $29.99 a month. Subscribe now at sportsnetplus.ca. During every Oilers game day, the Canadian Brewhouse is your hockey headquarters. Cheer on the blue and orange, surrounded by fans as passionate as you are, while sipping $1 off tankards of Molson Canadian and Coors Light. And that's not all. Every game day, you can enter to win Oilers home game tickets. So grab your crew, grab a seat, and make the Canadian Brewhouse your go-to spot this hockey season. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
Wherever Canadians raise a glass, you'll find Molson. There's a good reason for that. When you've been in Canada for over 230 years, you get around in the cups and fridges of Canadians, generation after generation. Molson has a beer for everyone. So raise a glass or cup or whatever you pour your Molson in, because it doesn't matter what it's in. It matters where it's from. Canadian, export, ultra, excel, Molson. Everyone in. Must be legal drinking age.
Sportsnet Plus is your ultimate destination for Oilers games. Stream more matchups than anywhere else.
Spectacular!
Catch Oilers action all season. Plan starting at $29.99 a month. Subscribe now at sportsnetplus.ca. All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Rogers Place, Oilers and Capitals tied at 2, 8:12 to go in the second period. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. We're in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. Face off in the Edmonton zone to the left of Connor Ingram. Draisaitl will take the draw against Dowd. Shots are 16-11 in favor of the Oilers. Bouchard with both Edmonton goals, Protas and Sortif scoring for the Capitals.
Oilers unable to hold a couple leads here, giving up quick goals right after they've gone out in front. Come on, man, drop the puck.
They dropped it, but it wasn't right, so they'll do it again. All right, Beauvillier is going to take this. Goes over to Bouchard up the left wing. It doesn't get out. Ovechkin keeps it in. Stolen by Draisaitl now on the right side to Frederick. He'll shoot it in. On the boards to Draisaitl. Now to Frederick, left wing corner.
Shoot the puck.
Left side to Draisaitl towards the net. Steered away by Lindgren. Bouchard drills it towards the net. It was blocked and then hacked just wide by Frederick. And the puck in the left wing corner. Beauvillier got it to the line. Down the ice. Should be icing. And it will be. 7:40 to go here in the second period.
Again, Bouchard puts it to the net. Creates some havoc around the goal.
It's been the case with both of his goals. Traffic in front of the net, and it was able to get it through. And difficult for Charlie Lindgren in net for the Capitals tonight to see it. McDavid taking the draw against Dowd. Puck goes to Hyman on the left, to the left wing point. Ekholm across to Bouchard. The right side off the stick of Dowd, and it goes out of play.
So on that set piece, they're trying to get inside positioning off of McDavid. When the puck goes to Bouchard, they don't want to give him, they know it's coming.
Face-off will be to the left of Lindgren.
By the way, out-of-town scoreboard, Penn State swept Wisconsin. Gavin McKenna had a hat-trick last night, an empty netter tonight, 4 goals.
Puck along the right wing, and Ferravari won't get it out. Ekholm, right side to Hyman, in behind the Capital net. Wilson into the corner, but McDavid taken to the boards. It's in his skates. Jammed out to the middle of the ice where Roy will come to center for Washington. Over center ice will play the puck in. Ekholm on the end boards. It goes to Protas and tried to spin it in front. Look out. That's broken up. McDavid saw Roy just before he was about to get hit. And the puck shot into the Oilers zone. Capitals are offside. They got to clear it. As Bouchard will get to center ice. Bouchard dishes on the right to McDavid. Comes into the Capital zone. Now to Nugent Hopkins. On the right wing. Off the right wing boards and behind the net. To McDavid on the left. To the left wing point to Nurse. To the right side for Emberson. Pushes it to the right wing corner. Ferravari up against the boards with Hyman. Puck goes to the right wing, and there was Leonard to get it out, and he's going to shoot that down. It will be icing against the Capitals as Nurse was able to win the battle against McMichael.
So McKenna, 4 goals tonight this weekend for Penn State. Keaton Verhoff, North Dakota swept Arizona State in a pair of games. He had 2 goals and 5 points. Of course, he's a defenseman.
From Fort Saskatchewan.
Fort Saskatchewan. The last score we heard, they're both census top 3 picks for the draft. Last score we heard down at Bakersfield, tied at 3 in the third. Condors, who are currently playing without their top 2 puck-moving defensemen. Cam Dineen and Atro Lebanon have not been available for a while.
Colson with it in the Capital zone. Now on the right to Draisaitl trying to go towards the net. He got tied up, didn't get much of a shot away. And the puck to the left wing. Wallman from the left wing blue line was able to keep it in. It gets to the corner. McMichael, they're sort of to the line, got it out. Nurse has to go after it. Leonard is flying down there too. They go to the end boards. Both go down to the ice. And Colson will bring it out through the middle.
And the Oilers are not up. They're upset there's no icing call there.
Colson will take it in behind the net. Right wing corner to Draisaitl, get it out. Mangiapane tried to shoot it, and that was blocked. Goes over to the left wing, top of the circle in the Capital zone. Frank out through the middle of Carlson. Comes into the Oiler end. Turn over on the left. The shot scores off the left wing. And Beauvillier's shot got through. And it's a 3-2 Capital lead.
And that one beat him to the blocker side as well. And I will say, when I saw Connor Ingram play in the minors, there were a couple times at the scouting report, oh, that's just a terrible goal. That's an awful goal.
.14:29, time of that one.
And that's it. Ingram's out, Jari's in.
Yep. That was Beauvillier's 10th of the year.
So Ingram gives up 3 on 11 shots in a game that Edmonton's dominated, and Tristan Jarry's going in. You know, they had a rotation that was pretty good, and they moved out of it. And now the Oilers are going to have to dig here.
Yeah.
And they're not scoring easy right now themselves.
At 14:29, Anthony Beauvillier, 10th of the season.
I mean, that's a nothing play that results.
And the Oilers are down 3-2 here to the Capitals. Stastny, left wing to Howard. Carlson stepped up on the play. Knocks it into the Edmonton zone, and now it comes in front of the net. Save made by Jarry. Wasn't even a shot. Went off an Oilers skate, and he kicked it out in the left pad. Roslovic on the right wing to Savoy. Comes into Capital territory. Goes to the right wing corner. Savoy to Howard to the line, but off of Emberson and out. Edmonton has to regroup. Stastny. The left wing to Roslovic, off the boards, top of the circle. Carlson got it to the line, and it's just out. On the right wing, Lapierre into the Oilers zone. Goes to the right wing corner. Oilers down by one here in the second. To the point to Roy. Cross the line to Chychrun. Now on the left, Ovechkin shot. And there's a stick save made by Jarry. Roslovic to center ice for Edmonton. Softly off the boards and in. Beauvillier from Carlson and Frank. 14:29. It's given the Capitals the lead here in the second period. Puck brought in. Beauvillier, a shot and a right pad save made by Jarry.
Good stick by Bouch there. Break it up.
Bringing it out through the middle, McDavid to Nugent Hopkins into the Capital zone. To McDavid left wing corner and unable
missed
to get
the slash. McDavid got slashed. Didn't call it. Roy got away at the slash on McDavid right in front of the ref. Fans are not happy.
No, they're not. Stumped into the Oilers zone. Ekholm on the left wing to Nugent Hopkins.
I don't know how you... That's too many men.
Way too many men. That wasn't too many men by like one player. That was far too many.
And they're saying we never touched the puck.
It'll be too many men. We'll take a break. 3:49 to go here in the second. Capitals lead the Oilers 3-2. From Rogers Place and Sport Dealers, NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
To the fans who bleed orange and blue, never miss a game, and are always on the edge of their seat. Show your passion for the Oilers and cheer on the team at Molson Oilers Game Day Live. Attend throughout the season for your chance to win 2026-27 Edmonton Oilers season seats. Be there for the next Game Day Live event on January 29th at Fargo's on 50th. For the full event schedule and to RSVP to the Ultimate Oilers Watch Party, visit OilersGameDayLive.com.
Do your tires feel like hockey pucks on the road? Perhaps it's time for a new set of Atturo tires. No matter what you drive, Atturo has the right fit for you, including the all-new Trailblade HT and AZ810, premium all-weather tires for your pickup, car, SUV, or crossover. You can rest assured that Atturo tires will get you through all four seasons. Available at Action Car and Truck, Point S, and tire shops everywhere. Find a dealer near you at atturo.com.
The same AI-powered technology that helps Oilers fans move through security efficiently at Rogers Place is also available for Edmonton area schools, hospitals, and workplaces. Evolve Technology, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers and official security screening partner of Rogers Place, helps identify potential threats and create safe experiences at hockey games and wherever people gather. Visit Rogers Place to experience Evolve live or check out evolve.com for more information. That's EVOLV.com.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app. This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Rogers Place, Edmonton on the power play. Too many men on the ice call against the Capitals. The Oilers power play presented by ATCO Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com. 3-2 Capitals lead. There's 3:49 to go in the second period. Face off to the right of Lidgren. Ovechkin to serve the penalty.
So this was a tough start for Ingram because he didn't face any shots on goal like the first 15 minutes of the game.
First almost 19 minutes of the game.
And now Edmonton's chasing, and they got to find a way to get it down by one here.
Dowd gets it out off the draw. Bouchard comes in front of the net. And now out to center. drop it to McDavid, into the Capital zone to Nugent Hopkins, to the left wing point to Bouchard, goes to the middle, left side, Nugent Hopkins into the corner to McDavid, in front of the net, and that one just off of Faravari, puck to the end boards, and cleared out down the ice.
Got to put pucks on the net. Got to shoot the puck if you're Edmonton. Power play's got a little cold here over the last 3 games, Cam.
Yeah, it has. Bouchard, although that second power play, they got a lot of opportunity. And that's peeled just off of McDavid's stick, right at the blue line by McMichael. Puck in on the left, Nugent Hopkins. Left wing corner to Draisaitl. To Nugent Hopkins.
That's a tough spot.
Tied up. It goes to the middle of the ice, and McMichael will get it high and out.
Right now, the Oilers are getting outworked.
Jari to Draisaitl. Draisaitl into the Capital zone to the middle. To McDavid towards the net. In front to Hyman. Saved by Lindgren. And the puck to the side of the goal. And Lindgren will cover it up. Good setup. Good look.
Oh, Wilson, stop it.
Yep.
Trying to draw a call, saying he got a stick.
It's a good chance. Lindgren made the stop. 45 seconds to go on the power play. Oilers down by 1 here in the second. That was a good pad save by Lindgren.
Cross-check McDavid twice from behind after Lindgren was able to get his right pad down to make the save.
That's a good stop. Draisaitl against Dowd. Draisaitl wins it. Puck on the point. Bouchard to the middle. Now on the left to Nugent Hopkins.
No.
Left side to McDavid. To Nugent Hopkins. To the blue line. Now to the top of the circle. Cross ice. Wanted to get that to Draisaitl. Went off a Dowd.
Yeah, every team's taking away the high play for Edmonton. They don't want to give up the Bouchard shot through a screen. They're taking away the Leon one-timer through the seam. That easily could have been a penalty. Wasn't called.
Here's McDavid, left wing corner to the point to Bouchard. Bouchard, a shot save. Rebound. McDavid had it poked away by the netminder Lindgren. Nugent Hopkins swept it to the right side, and that gets past Draisaitl and out. The penalty about to be over. And up the right wing, Draisaitl. Into the Capital zone to the middle. The shot by Wallman off the stick of Chychrun. Puck goes to the right wing. Goes in behind the net. On the left, Roslovic into the corner. Top of the circle, Stastny. And to the left wing corner, but Chychrun there for the Capitals to get it out through the middle of the ice to Frank in over the line. His shot and the stick save made by Jari. Just got enough of it. Puck to the left wing point. Chychrun to Carlson. Off the right wing boards. Past Leonard to Frank, left corner. It's broken up, and through the middle was Howard. He got to the Capital line. Now the stick knocked out of his hands. It's going to be a slashing call against the Capitals. And with 1:03 to go in the second, Edmonton down by 1. They'll go back on the power play as Chychrun goes to the box. Edmonton 0 for 2. This will be their third. Brought to you by Atco Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com. So another chance here in the late stages of the second period. Edmonton down by 1. Shots now 21-15 in favor of Edmonton. Sortif and Beauvillier scoring for the Capitals. Bouchard has both for Edmonton. Draisaitl has his 600th career assist in this game. Down to take the draw against Draisaitl. Goes to the end boards to the left side where Wilson will get it all the way down the ice. We're into the last minute here in the second period. Bouchard on the right. That is line to McDavid. McDavid into the Capital zone. Left side, top of the circle. To the blue line to Bouchard. Goes to the middle. Bouchard on the right to Draisaitl. Back to Bouchard. Shot saved by Lindgren. The rebound to the slot. Wilson shoots it down.
Can't play it there, Kenny.
Now he can. Just came out. Jarry waited for it. Bouchard on the right wing. 22 seconds to go in the period. To McDavid into the capital end. Left side to Nugent-Hopkins. To the point for Bouchard. On the right to McDavid. McDavid to Bouchard to McDavid. Right side. Draisaitl centering pass off the stick of the netminder Lindgren. It goes to the right wing corner. 4 seconds to go in the period. To the blue line. Bouchard to Nugent-Hopkins. And they run out of time. But they'll have 57 seconds worth of power play time to start off the third period. Oilers down by 1 here after 40.
Well, the difference in this game has been the ability of the Washington Capitals to quickly respond to Edmonton Oilers goals, and it's made a massive difference in tonight's hockey game. And then a bad goal against on the 3-2 goal, which just chased Connor Ingram. The Oilers with some work to do. They do have a power play to start the third period.
That's how it looks. So Bouchard has both goals for Edmonton in this game. Protas, Sortif, and Beauvillier scoring for Washington. Draisaitl with an assist in 600 of his NHL career. Evan Bouchard playing in his 400th game and has a couple of goals in this one. So yeah, Jarry is into it now. He came in after that goal by Beauvillier. 3-2 Capitals leading the Edmonton Oilers after 2 periods. Brendan Escott, Rob Brown, they're standing by. They got the second intermission for you when we come back. From Rogers Place, it's Fort Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
The Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation 50-50 presented by Rogers is back and better than ever. With more early bird prizes, bonus raffles, and million-dollar jackpots, the largest 50-50 in professional sports can change your life forever. And every ticket purchase helps more kids, more families, and more communities in need than ever before. Get your 50-50 tickets now at EdmontonOilers.com and help make OilCountry a better place. Who knows? You could be Alberta's next millionaire.
AGLC license number 744517.
Stay connected with your community and enjoy the latest updates and exclusive access to concerts and events by becoming an 880 CHED Insider. Don't miss out on a single moment. Sign up now at 880ched.com and click on CHED Insider Newsletter to become a vital part of Edmonton's premier news and talk community. 880 CHED, Edmonton's news, today's talk, where Edmonton stays informed and entertained today and every day. This is At the Intermission on the Oilers Radio Network.
Adam McDavid. Cross on the right, finds Draisaitl. To the right wing point, Bouchard in the middle. His shot! Scores! Evan Bouchard let it go. It hit the glove of Lindgren and knocked his glove right off and went into the net. It's 2-1 Edmonton.
2-1 at that juncture, but 3-2 now through 40 minutes of play. That is your highlight zone, brought to you by Century Casinos. All in, all games, all season. Century Casinos with 3 great locations in Edmonton, St. Albert, and next to Edmonton International Airport. Welcome to the winner's zone. Yeah, 3-2 for the Capitals after it was... Justin Sortif and Anthony Beauvillier responding to the Bouchard goal. And that's what they've done well. As Bob alluded to, they've responded to what Edmonton has brought tonight. Even if they're not controlling the play, they're able to find the back of the net. So much so that they have chased Connor Ingram, Rob Brown. I was sort of surprised to see him get the hook as early as he did.
I was surprised as well. You thought he might have had a little currency with the way he's played since he's been here. He's had 7 of 8. Not just quality starts, but fantastic starts. There was no fault on his in the first 2 goals. I mean, that second goal, the goal that Sortif scored, oh my. That's one that gets you jump out of your seat like, wow, that was impressive. The third goal is a bad goal. Now, again, it's hard to tell from here, and it was hard to tell in the replay if it tipped something on the way in. It looked like it might have, but even still, that's a bad goal. That's one that can't go in. So, yeah, I was very surprised that they pulled him after that one. And it's funny, the Capitals pressed the next 2 or 3 shifts and tested Tristan Jarry a few times. He made some saves. the one thing we do, I believe it was the heavy lift before the game, or was it that? And I said it's got to be the Oilers power play.
Yeah.
They're playing against a team that's very good 5-on-5, but their penalty. Well, they're both special teams are not good. We saw the power play for the Capitals; it was terrible in this game. But their special teams, the Oilers had 3, but 2.5 power plays in that period. The Capitals bent but didn't break. And were able to escape the period up 3-2. Now, they've still got a minute to go to kill to start the third period. That's playing with fire if you're the Capitals. I mean, it was a silly too many men on the ice penalty. And then the slashing, it's an easy one when you break the guy's stick. But the Oilers power play, they got to score. That is their number one weapon. They had 3 looks at it that period. The Capitals doing a pretty good job killing, but again, playing with fire.
Yeah, absolutely they are. So we are, again, 3-2 after 40 minutes of play. Let's just quickly recap the scoring here. So Evan Bouchard opened it up at 19-12 the first period. Then Alexei Protas just 22 seconds later responded to make it 1-1. So quick response theme here. Evan Bouchard again scores at 4:13 of the second. And then Justin Sordeff just 2.5 minutes later makes it 2-2 from Hendrix Lapierre and Connor McMichael. The former Edmonton Oil King is Justin Sordeff. He's had a great stretch of hockey here for Washington, former second-round pick of Florida. Anthony Beauvillier on the leaky goal by...
I just saw a replay of it, Brandon. I know they showed it. It went off the knee pad of Spencer Stastny. So it did change direction. I mean, it was from a bad angle, out from distance. I don't know if the puck was even going to be on net. I think he's just throwing it at bodies in front. But about 2 feet or 3 feet away from Beauvillier, who shot the puck, Stastny went down to one leg to try and block the pass across. It tipped off his shin pad and changed direction, and that's what fooled Ingram and net. Again, we both are surprised they pulled him, but this is now Tristan Jarry's job to, I think the biggest thing is not give up the next goal. There's plenty of time left. The Oilers have had a lot of really good looks. No more than Bouchard, blew the glove right off his hand. So he's doing a really good job of getting pucks on net. So the Oilers are getting chances, but I don't think they can afford to give up the next one. And I think that's key going into the third period. If you score on the power play in the first minute, if not, be a little bit better than defensively, because the Capitals did have stretches that period that they didn't have in the first period where they are able to create chances in the offensive zone.
You got to think at some point one of these teams is going to look like they're playing their third game in 4 nights. It hasn't really happened. I mean, the travel's not that bad coming in from Calgary. I'm sure that's a big part of it.
Well, although they got in at 4 a.m. So this is a team, they had plane troubles. It's funny, a good buddy of mine is the skills skating coach for the Washington Capitals, and we were just talking between the last intermission how much better shape the players are in nowadays. That might be part of the reason that the fatigue doesn't look, but it's also the fact that as long as the game is close, your legs don't feel tired. It's when you're going uphill, when you're trying to chase a game, and now you're 3 and 4 nights or back-to-back nights or no sleep because of bad travel day, those are the ones that affect you. But right now, the Capitals, the energy they're getting just from being in a good game. Having a lead going into the third period. So this is the legs and the brain will be fresh simply because this is an energetic game where going into the third they have a chance for a big 2 points on the road.
Evan Bouchard's got 6 shots on goal already. He has been hammering the puck at net.
Oh, and he probably turned down about 6 as well. I think in that last power play, the Oilers made a very conscious effort to get him the puck for the big one-timer, and he had a few great looks. I mean, the very end, with about 20 seconds to go in the period, might have been Lindgren's best save of the day. And it was, again, as you've seen, since the very first one where he went on the high blocker, which is normally the glove, every shot by Bouchard since then has been to the opposite side where the glove is now. It's easier to score on a glove than it is to score on a blocker side. But the save Lindgren made at the end of the period with that glove save, that was acrobatic. And a big reason that the Capitals are winning after 2 periods has been the play of Charlie Lindgren.
Yeah, it's surprising because you think you avoid the starting goaltender and it's going to be maybe a lighter night of work. Not the case here with Charlie Lindgren, though Charlie Lindgren had an incredible year last year as part of a lot of Washington Capitals that did. I know his stats aren't necessarily as glowing this time around, but still a serviceable, obviously, NHL backup in his own right. Now they got to find a way to solve him a couple times over here, and as you say, not let the next one in. So is it a night where it feels like the stars have to be the stars, or the depth needs to grind one out? What kind of appetite or temperature do you have for this game?
Beggars can't be choosers. I think the Oilers right now will take just about anything. The Oilers' third line, Savoy, Howard, and Roslovic have had a lot of good looks. They haven't been able to capitalize, but they've had a good looks. The Oilers' power play is their number one weapon. And so far in this game, their power play hasn't come through. Now, they've had chances, they've had good looks, and they're going to start on the power play here to begin the third period. So to me, the power play is a big moment to start this game, and it'll put a little bit of, doubt in the minds of the Washington Capitals. So there will be momentum at the end of this power play. If the Oilers score, momentum's on their side. If the Capitals are able to kill it off, that is a huge, huge bonus to the Washington Capitals if they can kill off 3 straight Edmonton Oilers power plays.
Yeah, I know. Well said. Momentum on the line either way here. And you talk about having the splits and sort of straddling period 2 and period 3 with the power play opportunity, but still momentum on the line regardless of the outcome here.
And again, don't turn down a shot. Just keep throwing it on net. And to me, we've always, when I played, if someone feels like they got the hot hand, keep getting him the puck. Evan Bouchard is throwing bombs at net right now. So to me, I'm keep finding Evan Bouchard for the shot. Just keep throwing it back to him. 2 goals already on the night. He's got 6 shots. Give him opportunities, because the thing that with Evan Bouchard's shot, if it doesn't go in, it creates chaos.
Yeah.
It breaks a stick. It breaks a shin pad. It leaves a rebound. There's a tip. There's so many things can happen come off of Evan Bouchard shot. Look for him to put the puck on net here on this power play to start the third.
All right. More from Rob Brown coming up in Oilers Overtime after the game. 780-451-8800, the number to participate there. If you've got any thoughts here that come up during the third period or otherwise, we'll get to them in the post-game show. Right now we are at the intermission, and this is your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. Big skies, rugged landscapes. Now that's Alberta in a nutshell. And if you're looking for an SUV that can keep up with this place, check out the Ford Bronco. Built for those who crave adventure, with serious off-road capability and style to spare. Whether you're hitting the mountain trails or exploring the back roads, it's the perfect ride for those who want to experience everything this province has to offer. The Ford Bronco. Adventure awaits at your Alberta Ford dealer. And tell them PB sent you.
Heard the news? ATCO Energy wants to welcome you with a $100 bonus. Get ATCO Energy's best electricity rate at 7.68 cents per kilowatt hour. And up to $100 off your bill. Now we're talking. Yeah! Switch and save today at atcoenergy.com. Conditions apply. Customers are free to purchase natural gas services or electricity services from a retailer of their choice. For a list of retailers, visit ucahelps.alberta.ca or call 310-4822, toll free in Alberta.
Sometimes hockey can feel like life, but you need an off-season. And Sherwood Power Sports and Marine have the equipment to make your downtime a great time. Louis DeBrusque here, inviting you to check out the brand new Sherwood Park location across from Millennium Place. You'll find the best in boats, ATVs, motorcycles, and gear from brands you trust. Sherwood Power Sports and Marine have my seal of approval. Click to sherwoodpowersports.ca. Hockey fans helping hockey fans.
Now this update from the Canadian Press. Emergency room doctors are warning people about frostbite as bitter cold continues to settle over much of Canada. Doctors and public health officials say frostbite occurs when skin freezes and can develop within minutes on exposed skin in severe cases, leading to permanent damage or even amputation. Defense Minister David McGuinty says Canadians will never forget the sacrifices of Canadian soldiers for the Americans in Afghanistan, as a part of a prepared statement that did not mention U.S. President Donald Trump. The president falsely claimed this week that the U.S. never sought military help from the NATO alliance, even though the U.S. is the only member of the alliance to trigger Article 5 following the September 11th terror attacks. Trade experts say U.S. President Donald Trump's threat of 100% tariffs on Canada would damage the U.S. economy as much or more than Canada's. Trump threatened Canada with tariffs after Canada moved to sharply reduce tariffs on Chinese electric vehicles under a limited deal with Chinese President Xi Jinping. From the Canadian Press, I'm John Kennedy.
Education is more than books and classrooms. It's about you. At Portage College, they partner with you to turn dreams into real opportunities. Whether you're starting your educational journey or changing careers, learn more by visiting portagecollege.ca. It's about you.
Rogers is Canada's most reliable 5G Plus network, so you can stream Edmonton Oilers games and see Leon scoring in Leduc. Watch Ty tie things up in Tofield. Or check out Connor doing Connor things in Kalmar. And even catch Bouchard bombs in Beaumont. Try saying that 3 times fast. Rogers, this is our game.
To the fans who bleed orange and blue, never miss a game, and are always on the edge of their seat. Show your passion for the Oilers and cheer on the team at Molson Oilers Game Day Live. Attend throughout the season for your chance to win 2026-27 Edmonton Oilers season seats. Be there for the next Game Day Live event on January 29th at Fargo's on 50th. For the full event schedule and to RSVP to the Ultimate Oilers Watch Party, visit OilersGameDayLive.com.
Education is more than books and classrooms. It's about you. At Portage College, they partner with you to turn dreams into real opportunities. Whether you're starting your educational journey or changing careers, learn more by visiting portagecollege.ca. It's about you.
This is At the Intermission on the Oilers Radio Network.
3-2, the Capitals leading things right now through 40 minutes of play at Rogers Place. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard for Pizza 73, the official pizza of your Edmonton Oilers. All the other games in the league are a final now. It's the Sabres 5-0 over the Islanders. The Mammoth beat the Predators 5-2. Boston beat Montreal 4-3. Carolina over Ottawa 4-1. Columbus 8-5 over the Tampa Bay Lightning. Detroit knocked off Winnipeg 5-1. In a shootout, it was the Kings over the Blues 5-4. And in overtime, Florida got a winner and beat the Wild 4-3. On the farm, Bakersfield in action, and they actually fell to the San Jose Barracuda earlier tonight. 5-3 the final there. Quinn Hudson scoring his 24th of the year. Connor Unger falling in net. I believe that is his first loss in the American Hockey League. And tomorrow, it is the Edmonton Oil Kings hosting the Saskatoon Blades here at Rogers Place. 4 o'clock puck drop if you're interested in coming down for that one. Should be a fun one as always. That's the out-of-town scoreboard for Pizza 73, the official pizza of your Edmonton Oilers. Looking for a winner in this one here. Can the Oilers complete the comeback effort? We'll find out together. It's At the Intermission, and this is your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
You've been listening to At the Intermission on the Oilers Radio Network.
Hey, Edmonton. Big moves need big talent, and AMJ is your go-to partner. For all local residential and commercial relocations, AMJ delivers a smooth, stress-free experience. AMJ, your team for every move. Contact your local branch today.
As the new year begins, Freedom Ford invites customers to start 2026 with confidence. Freedom Ford is offering deals on remaining 2025 Ford models with limited time incentives, lease specials, and the return of low financing. Customers can come see the new 2026 Ford models, from the spacious Ford Explorer to the top safety-rated Ford F-150. Freedom Ford showcases vehicles built for winter roads, weekend travel, and everyday reliability. Come on by today and see the complete Ford lineup today at Freedom Ford.
During every Oilers game day, the Canadian Brewhouse is your hockey headquarters. Cheer on the blue and orange, surrounded by fans as passionate as you are, while sipping $1 off tankards of Molson Canadian and Coors Light. And that's not all. Every game day, you can enter to win Oilers home game tickets. So grab your crew, grab a seat, and make the Canadian Brewhouse your go-to spot this hockey season. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
Hey, Edmonton. Big moves need big talent, and AMJ is your go-to partner. For all local residential and commercial relocations, AMJ delivers a smooth, stress-free experience. AMJ, your team for every move. Contact your local branch today.
all games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Rogers Place, 3-2 Capitals lead the Oilers. We're getting ready for the third period of play, and the Oilers Mega 50-50 presented by Rogers. That's back with life-changing jackpots. Tonight's Oilers 50-50 jackpot, it's sitting at $481,000, and it's still going up. You could be our next lucky winner. Get your tickets now at EdmontonOilers.com/50-50. Edmonton starting the period on the power play. 57 seconds left to go in the too many men on the ice.
Well, this is a huge power play for Edmonton. I was actually surprised to see that the Oilers' record against the East was 11-12-3. I thought it was worse.
It's actually a slashing penalty to Chychrun.
Yeah. So they got 6 games left against the East, and they're all at home this year. This is one of them.
That's right. Off the draw, it's McDavid into the Capital zone. On the right wing to the point to Bouchard to McDavid. Now to Draisaitl in front of the net, blocked by Faravari. It goes over to the left side. The top of the circle to the line, Bouchard. On the right wing to McDavid. McDavid, a shot off of Faravari. Goes way up into the air into the left wing corner, and Draisaitl has it. Draisaitl, left wing corner to McDavid. To the blue line to Bouchard in the middle. Goes over to the right, and then his pass hit the stick of Wilson and comes out.
Good stick by Wilson. Give it to him now.
Bouchard on the right wing to Draisaitl into the Capital zone. Oilers down by 1 here early in the third. The pass gets picked off, and Riemsdyk will get it down the ice. Sandin, after blocking that shot late in the first, has not come back for the Capitals on the back end. It sounds like he won't. It's Draisaitl on the right to McDavid, but a stick came up, and Edmonton will have a 5-on-3 for all of 2 seconds, but will remain on the power play. So Van Riemsdyk goes to the box.
So it's interesting. He's one of their 2 UFA defensemen.
So Chychrun's going to head out right away, but you got Sandin out of the game. You got Van Riemsdyk in the box. Chychrun will be out in 2 seconds, but
got to win the draw.
You got to win the draw
to truly capitalize on this 5-on-3. Now the Oilers have won 59% of faceoffs in this game, but Dowd's done a good job against Draisaitl on these PK draws. Dig in.
All right.
What's going on here?
I think they had issues with the time.
They added a second.
Yeah, they had issues with the time. That's what it was. Okay, so it's 3 seconds to go in the penalty to Chychrun. 2 up on the board for Van Riemsdyk.
Oilers also got to be ready just in case they lose the draw.
Yeah, he's coming out.
I'm not quite sure what Wilson's trying to do.
I don't know what he's doing.
You got to be on the bench, bud. You can't sit there.
They were pointing over at the bench at the penalty box because they were trying to get the attention of the referee. All right, whatever it is, they figured it all out.
So Leon has to win a face-off to create a low 2-on-1 here. And Hyman, who's very good on puck retrieval, has got to go in and support him along with Nugent Hopkins if Dowd wins the draw.
It's to the right of Lindgren, and Draisaitl wins. Oh, we got to do it again.
Too often.
Okay. It'll be McDavid to take the draw now.
Again, they got to support McDavid off the draw here. And Leon's got to be aware of backside just in case they lose the draw.
It's tied up. It's in skates. Nugent Hopkins gets it to the line. To Bouchard on the right to Draisaitl across to Nugent Hopkins. Now 5-on-4. The puck into the left wing corner into this up against the boards with Nugent Hopkins. Poked free to McDavid to the blue line for Bouchard. Will take it across the line to McDavid on the left wing across the ice. Finds Draisaitl to Bouchard to Draisaitl. Draisaitl waits on the right to Bouchard. He's got both Edmonton goals. Left wing to McDavid in front of the net. That went off of Lindgren. Draisaitl, a shot. Glove save by Lindgren. He held on. Minute 29 into the third. 3-2 Capitals lead. Edmonton on the power play. Presented by ATCO Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com.
Oilers are on a bit of an 0-4 run that kind of started really late in the game against Vancouver and then against St. Louis, where could have added a bit. The special teams were routing those two teams, and
Ferravari goes up against the boards. Nugent Hopkins knocked him down. Puck to the line. McDavid off the right side to Draisaitl. In front of the net, it's broken up, and Protas will get it high in the air and out. Bouchard gets through the neutral zone here. To the line on the left to Nugent Hopkins. Now to McDavid. He got checked right at the line. And Wilson will dump it down the ice. Bouchard out from behind the Edmonton net. Finds McDavid. McDavid will bring it into the Capital zone. On the right wing, to the right wing point to Draisaitl. To Bouchard on the blue line. Back to Draisaitl. Into the right corner. McDavid to Draisaitl. Towards the net. The shot saved by Lindgren. And the rebound cleared to the line by McMichael. Kept in by Bouchard. To Draisaitl. Out to Hyman. To McDavid. Shot. That one knocked away by the netminder Lindgren and cleared out of the zone.
Connor knuckle pucked that one. Didn't get all of it.
20 seconds to go here in this power play. 3-2. Capitals lead. 2:40 gone in the third. Puck brought in. It's McDavid across the slot. Now to Draisaitl. Went off the heel of his stick. Goes to the right corner. Draisaitl to the point. To Bouchard. Now to McDavid. McDavid towards the net. Left wing corner behind the goal. His pass goes off of Lindgren. Into the slot. Cleared out by McMichael. And out of the box is Van Riemsdyk. He'll get to it in the Edmonton zone.
3-on-2 though.
He'll look in front of the net. His pass. And that one just off the stick of Strome.
Great read by McDavid defensively to break it up. Edmonton 0 for 8 on the power play the last 3 games, Cam. At home here.
Yeah. The left wing, it's Ovechkin into the Oiler end. Shot it, it's blocked. It'll come in front. Beauvillier hit a pass to Strome. Couldn't get a shot. To center ice. Puck brought out, and it's Roslovic in over the line to Howard. His shot. He whistled it over the Capitals net. Strome to Beauvillier. Into the Oiler end, and he was separated from it by Nurse. Puck goes to the corner. Strome behind the net to Beauvillier in front. And that goes off the heel of the stick of Ovechkin. The puck on the left wing point. Chychrun for the Capitals. Wanted to play it low, knocked out of the air perfectly by Wallman. He'll get it through the middle to Roslovic. He'll come in, his shot, and that's off the stick of Van Riemsdyk, and it goes out of play. 3 minutes, 54 seconds gone here in the third. 3-2, the Capitals lead. Edmonton now 0 for 4 on the power play in this game. Faceoff will be in the Capitals' end to the left of Lindgren.
0 for 10 on the last 4 home games on the power play against 2 of the worst teams in the league in penalty killing, Washington and the New York Islanders. Oh, sorry, the Islanders had one of the worst power plays.
Lazar taking the draw, puck to the right point. Penalty against Edmonton.
Got a stick up there.
Yeah, on Sort of
biting down on his tongue here, trying to draw a double minor. Look, I'm bleeding. We might get a 4 here.
Might be a 4.
Well, this could be the game, the way it's gone tonight for Edmonton. It's 4.
It's of the 4-minute variety.
Edmonton penalty, number 20, 4-minute minor, double high stick.
All right. So power plays 3 and 4 for the Capitals.
And Lazar's your best face-off man on the right side, draws at 56%.
Oiler penalty kill brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
Savoy having to take the draw here against Strome was really good. There's a trip called.
And that gets called. That's right off the draw. So Wilson will go to the box for the trip.
And that will count as a power play for Washington.
That's right. 2 seconds worth. Skews the stats a little, but yeah.
He pitchforked him.
He did. So go 4 on 4 for the next 2 minutes, in theory. Face off in the Capital zone to the right of Lindgren.
Edmonton had a couple easy games last week in Vancouver. You know, they're struggling right now, and the Oilers Canucks come back from a long road trip, and Edmonton just pounded them for fun, 6-0. And then the Blues aren't really rolling yet either, though they had beaten Tampa in the previous game, and Edmonton won going away 5-0. Didn't do enough against New Jersey early. Badly outplayed by Pittsburgh on Thursday. They've been all right in this game, but they're still chasing here. Down by 1.
This one's still in the balance. Face off to the right of Lindgren. Carlson goes behind his net and now out from behind it up the left wing. We're 4-on-4. Edmonton down by 1 here in the third.
That was offside.
Now to Chychrun. Chychrun to the middle, went off the skate of Ekholm. Sort of will keep it in, but it's behind the Edmonton net. And Matthias Ekholm. Long pass on the left to Draisaitl. To McDavid, brings it in, stops over the line, now to Bouchard. Bouchard walks in, the shot, scores! Hat-trick goal for Evan Bouchard, and this game is tied at 3. Great shot, goes high to the glove side on Lindgren. 4.5 minutes into the third period. It's an even strength goal, 4-on-4. Bouchard just waited for the traffic to get out of the way. Walks right into the slot and picks the top corner. To get his hat-trick goal and 14th of the season. But more importantly, ties the game at 3. Hats all over the ice here at Rogers Place. So Evan Bouchard, game 400 of his NHL career, he is having a night. And the Edmonton Oilers have got to even terms. Well, they're still going to have to kill off a penalty once that penalty to Wilson expires. The back half of the double minor to Curtis Lazar. But able to tie it up. McDavid and Draisaitl with the assists.
Good shot.
Yeah, it was a great shot. And the patience. And then picked it clean. And the Edmonton Oilers tie things up here in the third period as they're still cleaning hats off the ice.
It's now up to a point per game this season, Cam.
The crowd loving Evan Bouchard.
So I'll just say this on the record for me. I know Doug Armstrong and Bill Guerin, those guys are great GMs, and we all know that. But I think you got to be able to generate offense 5-on-5 in international play. And Evan Bouchard can do that, and so can Wayne Hudson. And I would have those two respective players on Team Canada and Team USA. I mean, Wayne Hudson is an elite offensive puck-moving defenseman. And they'll say he's too much like Quinn Hughes, and I'll say the game's changed. So here we go.
Here we go. Still 4-on-4. Tied at 3 here at Rogers Place.
Now, don't give up a goal right after.
Exactly. That has been the way things have gone in this game so far. Goes into the Oilers zone. And it's Bouchard, or pardon me, it's Draisaitl. It's been the Bouchard show, though, here tonight.
And 2 of them have been just brilliant goals.
Now Draisaitl weaves through center. Comes into the Capital zone. Dishes it back. Nurse across to Wallman. In front of the net. Went off of the netminder Lindgren. And skating up to center ice is McMichael for the Capitals. Taken into the corner by Nurse. And a loose puck to Draisaitl. Draisaitl through the middle of the ice. Into the Capital zone on the right to Nurse. Across to Wallman. Shot, and Lindgren just got enough. McMichael at his line to Roy, and he'll wait. Now to Chychrun. And Chychrun comes into the Edmonton zone. A toe drag and a shot, and a stick save by Jari. A puck in the right wing corner. Protas to the end boards. It's chopped to the right wing. McDavid to center, but pushed it a little bit too far ahead. Carlson will dump it back in. Matthias Ekholm, 20 seconds left to go on that penalty to Wilson. It's Ekholm into the Capital zone. On the right to Nugent Hopkins. He's in the right wing corner. To the right wing point to Bouchard. Left to Ekholm, back to Bouchard. Left wing to Nugent Hopkins. Crisscrosses with McDavid. Leaves it to McDavid. He'll go in behind the net to the right. Oilers now shorthanded. Out to Bouchard. His shot was blocked. And Wilson bumped that back in his own end. Edmonton now shorthanded, and it's brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. We're tied at 3. We have played 6 minutes and 20 seconds of the third period. Chychrun, right wing to Leonard. Leonard at the Capital blue line to Strome. Into the Oilers zone on the right for Wilson. A right wing point, Chychrun's got it. Right side to Strome, a shot, scores. Strome let it go, lots of traffic. It's a power play goal, Capitals are up 4-3.
Well, right now it's the difference of the game. One special teams goal. Caps are 1-4 in the power play, and the Oilers are 0 for 4. And again, what do we say about a quick response? They keep getting them. And sometimes Wilson right in front of the net. Don't forget, Strome won an OHL scoring race. McDavid's last year in Erie. David missed some time at the World Junior Camp and all that.
Strome's 14th of the year. He's got points in 4 straight.
He's a very good player. Yeah. Really smart. Stan Bowman traded for him.
6:40 time of the goal.
Stan was GM in Chicago. Got Perlini and Strome for Schmaltz.
Dumped into the Oilers zone. Goes right to Jarry. He's going to cover it. And there will be a face-off in the Oilers zone when we come back. 4-3 Capitals lead. 6:48 gone here in the third. From Rogers Place, it's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
As the official medical imaging provider to the Edmonton Oilers, MIC ensures precision in every shot. And if you need medical imaging attention, you can count on MIC to get you back in the game. Whether it's a classic wrist shot, that is, X-ray, soft tissue scan, or advanced imaging, MIC provides timely and expert diagnosis. So go where the pros go and book an appointment at any of their 15 convenient Edmonton and area locations. Learn more at mic.ca.
40 years strong in Western Canada, Pizza 73 has been serving up the pizza you crave. From their famous pan pizzas and golden crispy wings to bold new creations like stuffed crust and the all-new volcano pizza, they keep bringing the flavor. Born in OilCountry, made in OilCountry, they're proud to be serving Edmonton since 1985. Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. Order now at pizza73.com.
Can an energy provider make you feel carefree? We think so. Because who doesn't like to be surrounded by good energy? Great rates, always. Gimmicks, never. Perks that reward your loyalty and energy experts who know what's what. Carefree just feels good. Encore by EPCOR, your carefree electricity and natural gas provider.
Customers are free to purchase natural gas or electricity services from a retailer of their choice. For a list of retailers, visit ucahelps.alberta.ca or call 310-4822 toll-free.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Rogers Place, Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. We're in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. The Washington Capitals have a 4-3 lead on the Edmonton Oilers. 6:48 gone here in the third. The team's trading goals in the third. Evan Bouchard with the hat trick, and then Dylan Strome answering on the power play. First career hat trick for Evan Bouchard. Face off to the right of Tristan Jarry. Gets into the corner. McMichael's pass to the point. Goes right to Trent Frederick. He'll get it out.
Man. Move the puck.
Left wing to Janmark. Will dump it in. Lindgren will get it up on the glass. Goes off of Janmark. Now to Lazar. Left corner. His pass in front of the net. All the way to the right point. Emberson to the right corner with it. It's rimmed around. Comes to Emberson off of McMichael. And this time Strome will get it out. Strome to Carlson in his own zone. Now to Chychrun. Chychrun hit on the end boards. Puck comes free. Janmark over to the left wing, but there's Leonard. He'll bring it out. Go. Leonard through the middle. In over the line. A shot saved by Jari, and he held on. It'd be a face-off in the Oiler end. Strome's goal from Chychrun and Wilson. The Capitals done a great job of responding to Oiler goals. Did it late in the first. Did it relatively early in the second. And they've done it here in the third.
Now we got to change the lines. Oilers are going to load up McDavid, Draisaitl, and Hyman here. Final 12 minutes. Nugent Hopkins out here. Put Coles in it. And Roslovic.
The puck to the blue line, and that shot by Roy didn't get through. It's Roslovic to center ice, fires it in off the left corner boards, comes into the slot, and just off the stick upon Coles, and it goes to the right corner. Penalty coming up to the Capitals. Going to be a hooking call. 7:46 into the third. Edmonton down by 1, and they will get a chance here on the man advantage as Roy goes to the box. Power play presented by ATCO Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com. Be a good time to end that, was it 0 for 10 skid?
Yep.
With the man advantage, face off to the right of Lindgren. Shots 29-17 for Edmonton. Dowd to take the draw against Draisaitl. The puck goes into the skates to Faravari, and he can get it up the left wing and down the ice.
So the Oilers have only ever had one defenseman have 4 goals in a regular season game. You can guess who he is, but he coached Evan Bouchard last year.
That's right.
It was a game in which he had 4, 4, and 8.
Come on.
Yes.
Oh, I love the 80s. Puck on the right wing.
So did I.
McDavid to the
Shoot
point.
it, Evan.
To Bouchard. Bouchard on the left to Nugent Hopkins. His shot towards the net just misses on the short side. McDavid to the right wing point to Bouchard. Now to McDavid. McDavid gets to the middle of the ice. Now over to the left. The shot. Scores! Connor McDavid has tied the game at 4.
I think he crossed Lindgren up there. I think Lindgren thought he was going to pass it through the seam, and McDavid shot the puck. And that'll be McDavid's 31st goal of the season. Bouchard will draw an assist.
8:24, time of that goal. Edmonton gets one on the man advantage. Now 1 for 5 in this game. And the game's tied up at 4.
That had some heat on it.
It did. Chychrun on the left wing and center to McMichael. Into Strome, his shot off of Nurse. It launches off of Nurse's stick, goes out of play.
Well, this has been a highly entertaining hockey game.
That's right. Lots going on. And a Washington team that won last night in Calgary, ending a 4-game losing skid, have battled hard here tonight. Face off to the right of Jari. Puck to the left wing corner. McMichael to the slot. To Leonard, his shot. That's blocked. Gets into the right wing corner.
But Colson doesn't have a stick.
Stick broke, and it puck gets jammed to the side of the net. Leonard on the backhand. Can't get it through. And it gets to the line. Chychrun's going to keep it in. He turns to shoot. He fanned on it. And Podkolzin into the middle of the ice for Nurse. Into the Washington zone. Shoots it. It goes off the corner, off the end boards. And tried from the angle and missed.
Yeah.
And it comes to center ice. Wallman has it just inside the Edmonton line.
This has been a highly entertaining game.
Wallman on the right wing to Emberson. Now to Lazar into the Washington zone. Stops in the right wing corner. Up the boards to the top of the circle. Lazar, a shot pad saved by Lindgren, and he covers it up. Jostling. As Lapierre is getting into it with Janmark. Lapierre still having words with Janmark.
Well, he ain't as tough as the other Lapierre that he used to play. That guy was an annoying player for Vancouver back in the day. Remember him?
I do. All right, whatever it is, they figured it out. It'll be a face-off in the Capital zone. McDavid from Bouchard and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins at 8:24.
Bouchard has moved up to a tie for third with Lane Hudson in defense scoring. Werenski and Makar at 55 points. Bouchard and Hudson are at 53. I do want to mention this game is not over.
Exactly.
And the Oilers back to McDavid, Draisaitl, Hyman, Ekholm, and Bouchard. Evan, if it comes to you, shoot it.
Shoot it. He's rolling hot right now. Face off to the right of Lindgren. Puck goes to Bouchard. Bouchard to the right to Draisaitl. Great stop by Lindgren. That was a hard one-timer by Draisaitl off the right wing. Lindgren kept it out. Dumped into the Oiler end. Protas to the right wing corner. On the right wing boards a shot, and that is sort of to put it wide. Faravari towards the goal. That's blocked. Comes to the right. Protas shot saved by Jari. And the puck in behind the net. And Ekholm one hands it to Bouchard. He'll get it out through the middle. It hit a Capital stick, goes into the Washington zone. Along the boards. Goes cross to the right to Wilson. Wilson will just dump it out. Bouchard, right wing to McDavid. Made a move at the line. Say that was offside. I'll have to take his word for it. 9:45 to go here in the third. Tied at 4. The Oilers and the Capitals will be right back from Rogers Place at Sport Dealers. NHL hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Bloom Benefits offers amazing coverage that even the toughest hockey players can get behind. With excellent coverage, they offer things like massage.
You want to go?
Counseling services.
Let's go!
Dental coverage.
That was not offside.
And eye exams. With custom health coverage for any group of any size, Bloom Benefits make every team better, stronger, and healthier. Plans start from just $54 a month. Rethink your benefits today at bloombenefits.ca.
Blue-collar work deserves big dollar perks. Get a heavy wallet with Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals. Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals is always growing. Right now, they're hiring heavy equipment technicians, EM servicemen, and maintenance supervisors. Apply if you're from here or across the country. Even if you're from the Rock, they want to talk. Visit heavymetalequipment.ca to find your new career. Get a heavy wallet with Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals, helping you move the earth.
Find more ways to save at Real Canadian Superstore. Unlock savings through always low-priced items, multi-save, club-size, fresh promise, hit-of-the-month offers, ad match, and more. Find everything you need from grocery staples, fresh produce, prepared meals, and multicultural assortments to clothing, home, entertainment, health, and beauty. Plus, PC Optimum members save more. Open the PC Optimum app to load exclusive super coupons and weekly points offers. Real Canadian Superstore. Proudly Canadian. See weekly flyer for details.
All games, all seasons. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Rogers Place, Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. Tied at 4, the Oilers and the Capitals. 9:45 to go in the third period.
Got to switch to the deep pairings here as well. Stastny with Emerson. Those two did play at times together at the U.S. National Development Program. Despite the fact that I want to mention this, Emerson and Nurse's analytics have been very good together. Blown, I think Darnell made a tough play in the first goal against in the first period, right at the end of the period there.
Shot into the Capitals and Stromes. Tried to clear it, couldn't get it out. Roslovic keeping it in for Edmonton. Couple of moves at the line. Then he lost it. And Strome comes out with a breakaway. Strome, the shot off the crossbar. And it goes out of play. And the Oilers dodge a bullet.
So can I ask you a question? You're in a 4-4 game, 10 minutes left. Why are your D sitting there trying to create cycle opportunities offensively? One of them's got to stay high. And the Oilers got incredibly lucky because Strome beat Jari clean.
off the bar and out of play. Wow. Face off to the left of Jari. 9:26 to go here in the third. The game's tied at 4. Puck goes to the blue line. Carlson, his shot. That was tipped. Saved by Jari. Stopped the rebound too and covered it up. Beauvillier was on the doorstep with a rebound chance. And Jari made the save. It wasn't a hard shot from the point, but it did get deflected. It caught Jari high in the chest and then spilled out.
Dowd's the Oilers have won the majority of the faceoffs in this game. Dowd's having a great game in the circle.
Face off to the left of Jari. Puck to the left wing corner. Wallman off the glass. It'll get to the line. Chychrun's going to keep it in. On the left wing, and the point was Carlson. It's along the boards, top of the circle. Draisaitl on the backhand. He'll get it out to Janmark. Now to Nurse. His shot and a glove save made by Lindgren. And Dowd and Nurse exchange pleasantries after the whistle. Doesn't look like much will come of that. We got 9 minutes to go here in the third.
Last thing Chychrun wants to do is engage in something like that.
No, they're down a defenseman.
And he's a good player.
Yeah.
He, like Bouchard, you would think, potentially in the mix for Team Canada. If there's any injuries or changes on the back end, and then there's one more guy, of course, and that's Schaefer, who's just a brilliant young player.
He is incredible.
Rumors of Canada's demise internationally are greatly exaggerated. 6 players were in the NHL that could have played on Team Canada's World Junior team.
Yes.
And the one team that could beat them, and that was the Czechs.
Yep.
Czechia. Every goal scored by Czechia in that game by a Western Hockey League player.
Draisaitl wins the draw. Puck on the left point. Nurse's shot blocked. Comes back to him and then poked off his stick. Draisaitl will keep it in. Right wing to Mangiapane. Shot and saved by Lindgren. And he'll cover it up. Andrew Mangiapane with a good hard shot off the right wing. Get a little jostling after the whistle. Another face-off in Washington territory. Shots are 33-20 in favor of the Oilers.
Matt Roy almost played Rick Boot Toot, kicking that one into his own net.
He almost did. All right, Draisaitl. The face-off circle was Sortif.
Draisaitl ends sort of waved out of the circle.
You don't see that very often.
No, you don't.
No. Puck to the middle. Van Riemsdyk on the right to Wilson. At center, shoots it into the Oilers zone. Protas, left corner. To the point to Van Riemsdyk. Now to Wilson. Across the line on the right to Roy. Got it to the right corner. Podkolzin is up against the boards. He got tied up. It gets to the middle, right to Mangiapane. Cross on the right for Wallman. He'll dump the puck in. Rims on the left. Podkolzin squeezed it free.
Where's Wallman going?
The puck to the middle, and Roy has to go back. On the right, now out to center ice. Goes to Sortif.
Smart players.
Dumps the puck in. Ekholm goes in behind the net.
That was a tackle.
Sortif has tied him up now. Ekholm going to grind that up the left wing. He does get it out. Up to McDavid. He'll come in over the Capital line. Stops left wing. Pass to the middle. Broken up by Leonard. Ryan Leonard now out through the middle for the Capitals. We're tied at 4. We're in the third. 7:40 to go in the period. And back pass, and it went right onto the tape of McDavid. He comes into the Capital zone. On the right wing, taken to the boards. Faravari won't get it out. It's McDavid to keep it in. Faravari then knocks him down to the ice, and it comes out. Puck came up on Strome. And now on the right wing, McDavid into the Capital zone, gets by Faravari and couldn't get it in front of the net. Carlson swept in and took it away.
Hard back.
Carlson got it into the Oiler end. On the right side, cross ice pass to Ovechkin. He's in the left wing corner. From the right to Beauvillier to the blue line. Van Riemsdyk over to down. One-timer. Pad save by Jari. It's into the slot, and there's a penalty coming up. It's going to be a holding call. It's going against Emberson. And the Oilers are going to be shorthanded with 6:57 to go here in the third. And the game tied at 4.
Massive kill for Edmonton. You got to get a point minimum out of this game if you're the Oilers. And you're out shooting them 33-21.
A big penalty kill for the Oilers, and it's brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
Ferravari can really defend. He's signed a 7-year extension at $6 million, kicks in next year, and did a great job twice against McDavid.
Face off to the right of Tristan Jarry. Came into this game after the third Washington Capital goal. Puck to the left wing point. Chychrun to the left wing corner to Wilson. Now to Ovechkin. To Wilson. To the right. Comes to the right side. And that's blasted wide by Leonard and around the corner boards and down the ice.
They got 3 guys that can flat out powder the pill. Chychrun on the back end. Ovi, that's a given. And Leonard, who's going to be a really good offensive player for several years to come.
Wilson into the Oilers zone through the middle, hit this high stick of Savoy, and we get the whistle as the Oilers touch it. And it'll be a face-off the Edmonton zone.
I'd see Lazar come back out here and take a draw.
Minute 27 to go in the penalty to Emberson. Face off to the right of Jarry. Right wing corner to Bouchard, off the glass and down the ice.
And that's the underrated part of Bouchard's game that's developed here, is he's become a pretty good penalty killer because he can get pucks out. He's got a strong stick.
Chychrun spins at his line, now gets it into the Oilers zone to Wilson. On the right is shot, and that misses the net. Off the glass to the middle. Nugent Hopkins to McDavid, but broken up at center ice by Leonard. Comes into the Oilers zone, gave it to Strome. Now to Leonard, goes in behind the Edmonton net. Bouchard got it around the boards, but it was Ovechkin to keep it in. Right side, Leonard to Strome. To the blue line for Chychrun. Across to Ovechkin on the left. Ovechkin to the left wing corner to Strome. He'll wait in behind the Edmonton goal. Right wing to Leonard. Leonard to the point. That is blocked by McDavid. He will get it out one-handed down the ice. Edmonton makes a change. 30 seconds to go in the power play. Tied at 4. 5:25 to go in the third period. McMichael to center ice. Snaps the puck into the Oilers zone. On the right wing, Janmark got it to the line. It didn't get out. Ovechkin has it left wing point. Into the corner, gave it to Frank. Back to Ovechkin, towards the net. Broken up by Nurse. Puck to the blue line. Carlson on the right for Sortif. Sortif to the middle to Carlson. A shot. That's blocked. The penalty is over. Oh, great save made by Jarry. The rebound, they score. McMichael able to put it in. And the Capitals have a 5-4 lead.
Matthias Janmark had a chance to make a play. We talked about how good Bouchard's stick was. And Janmark didn't get it out. And that kept this whole sequence alive. And Nurse was trying to block shots on his knees on the ice. And 5 minutes left. They take the lead. It's an even strength goal.
Connor McMichael's 8th of the year. 15:09 time of the goal. Oiler penalty had expired. Jarry had made a tremendous first save.
Got to get puck. You're a penalty killer. You got to get it out when you got a chance. He didn't.
McMichael got at least 3 whacks at it before that went in. 5-4 Capitals lead. 4:51 to go here in the third. Drilled into the Oilers zone by Ferravari. Puck goes off of Beauvillier. He's behind the Edmonton net. Comes out on the left, shoots it off of Bouchard. Draisaitl gathers the loose puck. Comes out from behind the Edmonton goal. Up the right wing. Now to McDavid. McDavid into the Capital zone and checked by Beauvillier, and he'll clear it out. Right to Protas into the Oilers zone with Beauvillier. Protas near the right wing point. Dump it in cross corner, and it'll go to Sortif. He's in behind the Edmonton goal, over to the right wing. Sortif off the right wing boards in front of the net to McMichael. Couldn't get a shot through. Faravari keeping it in. Now in front to Sortif. Didn't get a lot on it, and then Jari one-hands it up to the line. It's kept in, and this time Hyman will get it out.
Slide needs. Look out.
Draisaitl fanned on his pass into the Oilers zone, but then a second time was able to get it in, and it's Bouchard in behind the Edmonton net. 3:45 to go in the third. 5-4 Capitals lead. On the right wing, it's Podkolzin to center now to Nugent-Hopkins. Into Washington zone, right wing to Podkolzin, drives towards the net, saved by Lindgren, and the puck underneath him, and we get the whistle. 3:32 to go in the third. Washington leading Edmonton 5-4. We'll be right back from Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
From the first time on skates to wearing a special jersey passed down through generations, Sentinel Storage is here for you. Store your sports gear to create space for all life's adventures. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca. Proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. You know, Alberta's a special place. From the Rockies to the Plains, it's a land of hard work and big dreams. If you're going to tackle it all, you need a truck that can keep up. That's why I can't say enough about my Ford F-150. It's more than a truck. It's a partner. Rugged toughness, serious capability, and smart features that make your life easier, like available Pro Power onboard. The Ford F-150. Get yours today at your Alberta Ford dealer, and tell them PB sent you.
Steelhaus Triton, 2 legendary oilfield services brands, one powerful partnership. Rooted in innovation, reliability, and a steadfast commitment to excellence, Steelhaus is proudly 100% Canadian-owned and locally manufactured. With over 15 field service locations across the prairies and up to the Rockies, they deliver world-class energy solutions with unmatched responsiveness, helping their customers thrive in the most demanding environments. Steelhaus Triton, engineered for performance, built in Canada. Visit steelhausinc.com for more information.
From the first time on skates to wearing a special jersey passed down through generations, Sentinel Storage is here for you. Store your sports gear to create space for all life's adventures. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca. Proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
3:32 to go in the third. 5-4. The Capitals lead the Edmonton Oilers. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. We're here at Rogers Place. Evan Bouchard, 3 goals and a helper tonight for a 4-point night so far.
Well, they're going to need one more. McDavid a goal and 2 assists. Draisaitl a couple of assists, but they're going to need another one to tie it.
Face off to the left of Lindgren. And Roslovic to take the draw for Edmonton, but the puck gets into the corner. Chychrun trying to protect it. Up against the boards is Savoy. Podkolzin's in there too. It was underneath Roy. He was down on the ice, and now it's Pope near the line where it was kept in by Wallman. Puck goes to Chychrun. From the right wing to center ice to Wilson, now to Protas. Flip it to the left wing corner of the Edmonton end. Comes out to Protas into the slot to the blue line. The shot by Faravari, and that is steered aside by Jari.
Oilers have had issues with the size of Washington.
Scoop towards the net, went off of Nurse, now to the right wing.
Caps have had a lot of presence around the net. They're a big team.
Cleared out. Wilson at center for Protas. They'll shoot it in, go off for a change. 2 minutes and 35 seconds to go here in the third. Edmonton down by 1. McDavid out of the Oiler end to Bouchard. Bouchard back to McDavid, comes into Capitals territory on the left side. He'll go towards the net. The wraparound save made by Lindgren. Goaltender to the bench for the extra attacker at 6-on-5. Bouchard, left wing, point to Ekholm. Back to Bouchard, to Ekholm, to Bouchard. Right wing to Draisaitl. To the point for Bouchard. Now to Ekholm. To Bouchard. Right wing Draisaitl. The shot. And that goes off of Hyman to the left wing corner. McDavid against the boards to the blue line for Ekholm. Now to Bouchard on the right to Draisaitl. Draisaitl at the hash marks. Up against the boards, right wing corner to Nugent Hopkins. He'll step out to the point, but that was picked out of the air, and McMichael got it out.
Great stick by him. Move it.
Minute 39 to go in the third. Draisaitl into the Capital zone. He's just over the line to the right wing corner to McDavid. He'll come out of the corner of the shot. Save, rebound, Ekholm just put it wide. Puck on the right wing. Draisaitl to Bouchard. Hammered it just wide of the net. The puck on the right side. Draisaitl to McDavid. Shot saved by Lindgren. The puck in the left wing corner. Minute 20 to go. Rimmed on the right wing. Nugent Hopkins to Draisaitl. Oilers down by one to the right wing point to Bouchard. He'll give it to Draisaitl. He's at the hash marks. Cross ice pass, hit a stick. Sent to the line. Bouchard will keep it in on the right wing to Draisaitl. Cross ice pass. McDavid in front. The shot by Nugent Hopkins was blocked. We're in the last minute. Right wing, it's Draisaitl. His pass, that was blocked. Came back to Draisaitl. Right wing point to Ekholm. Into the corner for Nugent Hopkins. To the blue line, Draisaitl. Waiting, shot across. Oh, Lindgren just got enough on a shot by Bouchard. Bouchard again with the puck. Left wing to McDavid in front. Off of Hyman. Scores! Zach Hyman has tied the game at 5.
Well, just want to see where Hyman's stick is. Watch the replay here, Cam. No, it's a good goal all the way.
Zach Hyman, 20th of the year. And the Oilers at even terms at 5. 19:28, time of the goal.
Cam, the Oilers have to survive the next 32 seconds. Just get a point and get it to overtime here with the way Washington has responded all game long.
Puck dropped.
Play some defense.
Pass for McMichael. Picked off by Frederick. Comes into the Capital zone. A shot. And he whistles it over the net, around the boards and out to center ice. 18 seconds left. On the right wing, directed in by Frederick. Roy along the boards. Chychrun chops it on the left. And McMichael will get it up in the air and out. 8 seconds left. Stastny behind the Edmonton goal to Emberson. Emberson will hold on. The crowd appreciative here at Rogers Place as the Edmonton Oilers able to tie it up in the last minute at 5. And the Oilers and the Capitals will need some extra time. We'll take a break from Rogers Place. We'll have OT for you when we come back. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Steel Haas Triton, 2 legendary oilfield services brands, 1 powerful partnership. Rooted in innovation, reliability, and a steadfast commitment to excellence, Steel Haas is proudly 100% Canadian-owned and locally manufactured. With over 15 field service locations across the prairies and up to the Rockies, they deliver world-class energy solutions with unmatched responsiveness, helping their customers thrive in the most demanding environments. Steel Haas Triton, engineered for performance, built in Canada. Visit steelhaasinc.com for more information.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Oilers and Capitals will need some extra time. We are tied at 5. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer here at Rogers Place. A late goal by Zach Hyman with Tristan Jarry on the bench for the extra attacker has tied this game up. The story tonight has been Evan Bouchard. He's got 3 goals and an assist for a 4-point night, his first career hat trick. Edmonton in overtime this year, 5-5. In the shootout, they're 0-3, so they're 5-8 overall. For the Capitals, they're 3-1 in overtime, but they're 0-5 in shootouts.
That's hard to believe that they're 0-5.
3-6 overall.
McDavid and Bouchard on the assist. Bouchard's got a 5-point game.
Oh, okay, 5-point game. As they have updated that now. All right. Well, Logan Thompson is 0 for 4 in shootouts. Lindgren only 0 for 1, so Lindgren, the netminder for the Washington Capitals here tonight. All right. as we head to overtime, what has been a high-event game here at Rogers Place.
Remember when Canada played the Russians?
The 6-5s and the 6-5s?
The 6-5 games are the best.
Those 6-5 are the best games.
They're the best games.
Absolute truth.
There's usually multiple lead changes.
Yeah.
Now you got to win a face-off off the opening draw here. 2 face-off guys for Washington.
Oh, and Draisaitl does win the draw against Strome and Bouchard.
And Dowd's going to try to get off right away.
Take it, and he is off. And Bouchard can drop into Draisaitl. Draisaitl on the right wing to McDavid with speed into the Capital zone out of Draisaitl. Right wing corner to the line to Bouchard. Cross the line to McDavid. McDavid trying to get by Protas. It goes to Bouchard to McDavid. He's alone. The shot saved by Lindgren. The puck to the line, and it's Draisaitl to keep it in. His pass to McDavid picked off. It comes up the middle. Protas into the Oilers zone. He tried to go across. That's broken up. Bouchard falling with a pass, a breakaway pass to McDavid. He can end it. The backhand scores! Connor McDavid wins the game for the Oilers. 6-5 the final.
Evan Bouchard made an unbelievable athletic play. They were going to get a delayed penalty. He jumped up, knocked the puck down like a small forward in basketball, picked it out of the air, got it to his stick, and set McDavid free in a breakaway for a 3-goal, 6-point performance. McDavid ends it. What a comeback by Edmonton. 6 points for Evan Bouchard, 5 for Connor McDavid.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible here at Rogers Place.
When people see the replay of this again, and McDavid's given a pat, it's an unbelievable athletic play.
Amazing. Evan Bouchard, as he was falling down, gets the puck to McDavid, springs him on the breakaway.
It goes unreal.
Forehand, backhand, upstairs. And the Edmonton Oilers win it 6-5 in overtime against the Washington Capitals.
I mean, that's a performance of the ages for the Edmonton Oilers tonight by Evan Bouchard.
We can head downstairs. Aiden Gannam standing by with Matt Savoy.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Matt, to say they didn't make it easy on you guys would be an understatement, but you managed to pull out a massive win for your team. Just take me through that game from your point of view.
I just thought our group didn't quit. I thought we had a good start tonight, and I thought we just carried it through the whole 60 minutes there.
It was a good team win, but without Evan Bouchard in his 400th career game, that game would have been a lot more different. 5 points for him in this one. Just what kind of teammate has he been throughout this season, and how important is he for your group?
Yeah, he's been unreal. He's so steady back there and provides so much. Offensively, defensively, plays all special teams. So, obviously he was electric tonight, and unreal.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you. Guys.
All right, there you go. Aiden Gannam downstairs with Matt Savoy. Edmonton Oilers win 6-5 in overtime over the Washington Capitals. Evan Bouchard gained 400 of his NHL career. It's one he's not going to forget anytime soon. As 3 goals and 3 helpers.
That's unreal.
It's unreal. And the way he set up that OT winner to glove it down, he's falling to the ice, sweeps it ahead to McDavid on the breakaway, and Connor McDavid able to cap it off and get his 32nd goal of the year, 2nd goal of the night, and 47 seconds into the overtime. The Edmonton Oilers, they score in the last minute with the goaltender on the bench on the goal by Zach Hyman from McDavid and Bouchard, and then win it in overtime. So
it's unreal.
It's unreal. They pulled the rug out from under the Washington Capitals, and the Edmonton Oilers had a battle in this one. Capitals gave them everything. They gave it all they had after playing last night in Calgary, and had the lead late.
It's crazy.
But,
just a bizarre night. I mean, just a fantastic. You sit there and you're thinking it's one of these nights where you're just not destined to win. They kept on. I mean, give the Capitals credit. 2nd of a back-to-back, and they kept on getting the lead and coming back. And man, oh man, what a hockey game tonight! But what a brilliant performance from Evan Bouchard. If there ever was a question about the upside and what this player can do, I think we saw it tonight.
Yeah.
We're going to remember that one for, I mean, McDavid, a pedestrian 5-point performance from Connor McDavid.
That's
just the two goals and three assists for him as well. But
no big deal.
Wow. How about that? You got to love it.
They haven't updated the stats yet, but both Bouchard and McDavid will end up being +6 tonight.
I think they will be. Yes,
okay, yeah.
yes.
They haven't. It hasn't updated yet. They're both sitting at +5.
So Evan Bouchard,
I don't think the last goal's been put in yet.
All you need to know is Evan Bouchard went until this night 4th in the league scoring with 49 points. He got 3 goals, 6 points tonight. He's tied with Werenski and McCart at 55 points now.
Okay.
I know that it's crazy.
Well, Bouchard they haven't put the Bouchard assist in. The McDavid goes in, and he's at +5, so he might stay at +5, but Bouchard might be +6 when this is done. Incredible game here tonight at Rogers Place. The Oilers they wouldn't go away. Neither would the Washington Capitals, and that's what makes it fun.
It's the first 6-point performance by a defenseman for Edmonton since Paul Coffey, not surprisingly. Coffey did it twice in his career. Kevin Lowe, believe it or not, did it once.
Wow.
Yeah. And Bouchard, again, I reinforce this point. Everyone's like, well, you don't need Bouchard because you got Cale McCarr to run the power play. No, you need to be able to generate and make plays 5-on-5. And that is why both Bouchard for Canada and Lane Hudson of the Montreal Canadiens for the United States should be in the mix because they tilt the ice 5-on-5. Every advanced metric shows that. And there is this, and I get it, but you got other guys that can defend.
Yeah.
And, by the way, you added penalty killing.
I was going to say, his PK's pretty good.
He's really good on the PK. What a performance. So now, suddenly a negative turns into a positive, and you got to be ready for Anaheim. And you're going to see Anaheim in the second of a back-to-back. We're going to be able to watch them tomorrow night against the Calgary Flames.
There you go. All right. Well, this was something. 6-5. The Edmonton Oilers win it in overtime over the Washington Capitals. And
they're saying Bouchard finished the game 3 goals, 6 points, +5 tonight.
Okay, he's +5. All
McDavid
right.
2, 3, and 5 +5. Draisaitl 0, 3, and 3 +2. Hyman 1, 1, and 2 +3. And Ekholm +3. There you go.
All right. Well, yeah, it was something. 6-5. Oilers win over the Washington Capitals.
Wasn't he on the ice for every even strength goal? Maybe he was on the ice for 1 against.
He had to be on for 1 against. Yeah,
I guess.
Had to have been. 6-5 the final. They found a way. Edmonton improves to 26-19-8. The Capitals, they dropped to 25-21-7. Oilers find a way to get it done. They score late, a goal by Zach Hyman to tie it. They score in overtime, Connor McDavid to win it. And the Oilers get this one. 6-5 in overtime over the Capitals. A Rogers postgame show is coming up next.
Exclusive live interviews, expert analysis, and game highlights. This is the Rogers Postgame Show. Once again, here's Bob Stauffer on the Oilers Radio Network.
Rodas into the Oilers zone. He tried to go across. That's broken up. Bouchard falling with a pass, a breakaway pass to McDavid. He can end it. The backhand scores! Connor McDavid wins the game for the Oilers. 6-5 the final.
And yes, the Edmonton Oilers ultimately, they did get a power play goal tonight, so Bouchard finished +5. That would explain why he wasn't +6 on the night. But Evan Bouchard was getting hauled down, jumped up to pick a pass out of the air and got cleaved from behind. There was a delayed penalty coming up, but he got the puck as he fell up the ice to McDavid, who, even though he was a little bit extended in the shift, it's still Connor McDavid. He turned on the Jets and beat Charlie Lindgren for the game-winning goal in overtime. And man, oh man, there's an old saying: 6-5 games are the best. 6-5 games remain the best for me. That's the Century Casino Highlight Zone. All in, all games, all season. Century Casino's 3 great locations: Edmonton, St. Albert, next to the Edmonton International Airport at Century Mile. Welcome to the Winter Zone.
Hey, Edmonton. Big moves need big talent, and AMJ is your go-to partner. For all local residential and commercial relocations, AMJ delivers a smooth, stress-free experience. AMJ, your team for every move. Contact your local branch today.
Rogers is Canada's most reliable 5G Plus network, so you can stream Edmonton Oilers games and see Leon scoring in Leduc. Things up in Tofield. Or check out Connor doing Connor Things in Kalmar. And even catch Bouch bombs in Beaumont. Try saying that 3 times fast. Rogers, this is our game.
Hey, Edmonton. Big moves need big talent, and AMJ is your go-to partner. For all local residential and commercial relocations, AMJ delivers a smooth, stress-free experience. AMJ, your team for every move. Contact your local branch today.
This is the Rogers Postgame Show on the Oilers Radio Network.
Last minute here in the first. Puck near the side of the net. Hyman will go in behind with it. Banks it to the left point. Ekholm faked the shot. Now across it to Bouchard. A shot, and that scores! Evan Bouchard with a snapshot from the point. It found its way through, and Edmonton is up 1-0. Now to McDavid. Cross on the right, finds Draisaitl. To the right wing point. Bouchard in the middle. His shot! Scores! Evan Bouchard let it go. It hit the glove of Lindgren and knocked his glove right off and went into the net. It's 2-1 Edmonton. To McDavid, brings it in, stops over the line. Now to Bouchard. Bouchard walks in. The shot! Scores! Hat-trick goal for Evan Bouchard. And this game is tied at 3.
All right, there you go. Those are our Alberta Blue Cross travel insurance goal of the games, health, travel, dental. We've got the coverage you need. Visit ab.bluecross.ca. The Oilers didn't get an insurance goal of the game, but they got a 3-goal, 6-point performance from Evan Bouchard. And the smart play of the night brought to you by Catelli Smart Pasta with all natural ingredients. It's a smart move for your next meal. Look for the all natural ingredients flag in the box the next time you shop. So we bring aboard Rob Brown. Rob,
yep.
Evan Bouchard, the guys tell me he can shoot the lights out in basketball. He's a great golfer. He's just a fantastic athlete. That game-winning goal in overtime, the play he makes, he jumps up, picks it out of the air. He gets cleaved from behind. There's going to be a delayed penalty. Still has the presence of mind to get it up the ice to McDavid. If that doesn't reinforce some of what he can do.
Well, I don't think there's ever any question what Evan Bouchard can do. I mean, he's got as much talent as any defenseman in the National Hockey League offensively. And that wasn't the play of the game. The play of the game was him keeping the puck in when the Oilers were 6-on-5.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, the Capitals almost got it out. If it gets out, the game is probably over. The Capitals are able to change, to get fresh bodies out there. He made an unbelievable play at the blue line, keeping the puck in, and the Capitals are stuck with 5 dead tired players in their own zone. The one thing, I talked about it with Brendan between periods. Before the game, he asked me, is there a difference playing against a goaltender that catches with the other hand?
We've talked about this a lot over there.
And I said there is. Very first shot of the day, Evan Bouchard fired one that the goaltender Lindgren couldn't see, but it hit him in the shoulder because your blocker is higher up. There's more space. There's less space there. It's easier to go over a glove. After that save, Evan Bouchard did not shoot that side anymore. He went glove hand every single time. All 3 goals he scored were glove hand. I just think he realized, okay, I'm going to change where I'm shooting tonight, and he adapted and had one of, if not his greatest game as an Edmonton Oiler.
Oh, it was fantastic. He had some help tonight. I mean, there were some other guys. McDavid went supersonic gin and tonic. He was 2-3 and 5 plus 5, 28-43 time of ice. Bouchard played 29-25. The Oilers needed more from more tonight, but they still ultimately, some nights, Rob, you watch a team play and you think, they're not going to find a way to win. Like, it's just that.
Well, yeah,
Washington kept on scoring every time Edmonton scored,
but
right?
but the Capitals, their goaltending wasn't strong tonight, and they kept giving up grade A scoring chances again. And the biggest thing, they kept taking dumb penalties. I mean, this game might not have gotten to where it did if Team Canada's Tom Wilson doesn't take a penalty. The Capitals have a 4-minute power play. And he takes a silly penalty off the face-off. A 4-on-4 for the Edmonton Oilers is a power play with Connor and Leon out there. They score there. Now, Washington kept going up and coming back. But this game was, I never had the thought that the Oilers could not come back simply because Capitals made big mistakes in their goaltender. To me, I thought he struggled at times. So this was a game that the Edmonton Oilers, 6-on-5, there's not a better team in the National Hockey League. And the play that Bouchard made, keeping the puck in, allowing the Oilers to just continue to put pressure on 5 very, very tired Capitals, eventually they were going to get their chance.
When you do something that only 2 Hall of Famers, Paul Coffey, who's done it twice, and Kevin Lowe's done it once, a 6-point performance by a defenseman kind of says it all.
Well, he was very good. I mean, he was the best player on the ice tonight, and that says a lot because you got Connor and you got Leon out there. But that was Bouchard's probably his best player as an Edmonton Oiler. He was all over the place. Threw a huge check on Leonard earlier in the game, and then the Capitals, you cannot turn the puck over where he did on the overtime goal. That was just a bad play by, I'm not even sure who made the play. That was just a bad play. But again, I've said it for 8 years. You cannot play against the Edmonton Oilers in overtime without 2 defensemen on the ice. That was a mistake made by the Washington Capitals coaching staff.
Look at what I didn't understand, Rob, is they started with Strome and Dowd.
Dowd changed right away and went off.
But he won all the draws, and they had Strome take the face-off.
Yeah,
Rob.
and Dowd immediately left the ice. I mean, I can understand if
he's taking the face-off.
Or if the Capitals win the face-off, Dowd leaves. He's a better defensive player than Protas. So I was really surprised that he went off unless there was something, he tweaked something. But that was an odd play. And then after that, it was just, the Oilers had a couple grade A looks. And another great play in overtime was Leon Draisaitl. The puck, the Capitals got the puck. It looked like it was getting out, and the Capitals might have numbers. And Leon fought it off at the blue line. That was the first grade A scoring chance that Connor McDavid had. That was another nice play. It was an exciting game. This is a game from my era. I think both goaltenders, all 3 goaltenders would probably want a goal or 2 back. But at the end of the night, the Edmonton Oilers were the better team, and they deserved the 2 points.
Great stuff, Rob.
Sounds good, Bob.
There we go. Tonight, Evan Bouchard joined Bobby Orr as the only defenseman in NHL history with 6 points and 8 shots on goal in a game. Are you telling me Paul Coffey didn't have 8 shots on goal in the game that he had 4 goals and 8 points in? Really? Wow. I'm going to have to check that. I might just text the man myself directly. You know who would be the happiest guy right now? Cam, you can hop on here for a second. You know who would be the happiest guy?
Paul Coffey.
Paul Coffey would be the happiest guy for
sure
Bouchard tonight.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. All right, this is the Rogers Postgame Show on the Oilers Radio Network.
Sportsnet Plus is your ultimate destination for Oilers games. Stream more matchups than anywhere else. Spectacular! Catch Oilers action all season. Plans starting at $29.99 a month. Subscribe now at sportsnetplus.ca.
As the new year begins, Freedom Ford invites customers to start 2026 with confidence. Freedom Ford is offering deals on remaining 2025 Ford models with limited time incentives, lease specials, and the return of low financing. Customers can come see the new 2026 Ford models, from the spacious Ford Explorer to the top safety rated Ford F-150. Freedom Ford showcases vehicles built for winter roads, weekend travel, and everyday reliability. Come on by today and see the complete Ford lineup today at Freedom Ford.
Zach from EPCOR here. When winter rolls in, my family's outside skating, tobogganing, and enjoying the season. But stormwater ponds aren't the place. These ponds protect our neighborhoods from flooding year-round. Even in winter, the water keeps moving under the surface, making the ice unpredictable and unsafe. Edmonton has safe spots to skate and sled, like my favorite, the Rundle Park Iceway in Toboggan Hills. Stay back, stay off, stay safe. A note from your neighbors at EPCOR.
Sportsnet Plus is your ultimate destination for Oilers games. Stream more matchups than anywhere else. Spectacular! Catch Oilers action all season. Plans starting at $29.99 a month. Subscribe now at sportsnetplus.ca.
You're tuned in to the Rogers Postgame Show on the official voice of the Edmonton Oilers, 880 Chad, and on the Oilers Radio Network.
All right, let's go to the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. Bakersfield went into the weekend 8-0-1 in the month of January. They're down their 2 top puck-moving defensemen, but 2 of their top 4 all day. Their best defenseman, Cam Dineen, and Atro Lepin, the scoring champion out of Finland last year. And their transition game has struggled over the weekend. They lost 4-1 last night to Colorado after shutting them out on Wednesday. And then tonight lost 5-3 to San Jose. A little bit of fatigue and illness setting in. Quinn Hudson did score in that game. It's his 24th goal of the season. He leads all American Hockey League rookies in goals. the Edmonton Oil Kings tomorrow at home against the Saskatoon Blades. That's a 4 o'clock puck drop. That'll be an entertaining hockey game. Here we go. Boston rallied for a 4-3 victory over the Montreal Canadiens. Carolina beats Ottawa 4-1. Columbus outscores Tampa Bay 8-5. Nikita Kucherov, by the way, had 4 points in that game. Detroit 5-1 over the Jets in Winnipeg. You know, I'm starting to wonder whether or not the Jets are going to be able to make it up here. Because Utah is a house on fire. They, like Buffalo, are just rolling. The Mammoth beat the Preds 5-2, and the Sabres, I think off the top of my head, are 17-3-1 in their last 21 games. That is unreal. They smoked the Islanders 5-0. Kings won a shootout 5-4 over St. Louis, and the Panthers beat the Minnesota Wild 4-3 in overtime. Edmonton has Anaheim on Monday, Anaheim in Calgary tomorrow. This is the Rogers Postgame Show on the Oilers Radio Network.
Cybersecurity is not just IT, it's a business issue. One breach can halt operations and permanently damage trust. Business leaders choose Alt-Tech because they understand the stakes. Their specialists design cyber-first IT systems that protect productivity, safeguard data, and support growth. From construction to nonprofits, Canadian organizations rely on Alt-Tech to stay resilient in a digital-first world. Secure operations, strong reputation, sustainable growth. That is Alt-Tech. Visit alttech.ca. That's ALT-TECH.ca. Experience the exciting casino action at 3 Century Casino locations. Edmonton, St. Albert, and Century Mile. Dine at one of their amazing restaurants featuring daily specials. Take in the ultimate game day experience at Selly Sports Bar and Lounge. Check out the best in live entertainment at any amazing location. Plus, enjoy a great selection of casino gaming options and off-track betting. Feel the thrill of live horse racing at Century Mile Racetrack. Don't miss a second of the action at Century Casino.
Let's go to tonight's 3 stars selected by Molson. Brought to you by Molson, the official beer of the Edmonton Oilers. Whether it's Canadian Ultra, Export, or Excellers, a Molson with your name on it, you must be of legal drinking age. A distinct Edmonton flavor to tonight's game. Tonight's 3rd star with a goal and an assist and a strong performance. Scored a brilliant marker, Justin Sordiff. Tonight's 2nd star from the Edmonton Oilers with 2 goals and 5 points, including the GWG and OT, Connor McDavid. And tonight's 1st star with a 3-goal, 6-point performance. His first NHL hat trick in game number 400 of his NHL career. And as Rob Brown correctly mentioned, the best play made in the game was keeping the puck in late before Edmonton tied the game at 5-5. And then helped set up the game winner to Leon Rice, or to Connor McDavid, and that is Evan Bouchard. The Rogers postgame show is heard following each of our NHL broadcasts, and Edmonton returns to action Monday. Huge couple games coming up against Anaheim and San Jose. First time all season the Oilers get to see those 2 teams. For my play-by-play partners this season, Cam Moon, who called tonight's game, Jack Michaels, who's got Monday's game for us, Rob Brown, Brendan Escott, Aidan Gannon. Studio producers this year, Eamon Hashem and Kellen Kennedy, as Eamon at the helm tonight, and longtime engineer Troy Buller, on what was a historic night where Edmonton's big dogs delivered. The Oilers were swimming upstream for much of the night, but they came away with a 6-5 overtime victory. Bouchard, 3 goals, 6 points. Draisaitl,
Peering inside, off the boards. Ekholm showing one-timer. Bouchard from distance.
Couple second efforts that were great. Zach Hyman finally digs this puck loose after some work by McDavid, going to work, getting double teamed, and like we talked about, get some traffic in front.
That pressure, they break through and take the 1-0 lead. Wilson, Santina shot, saving group rebound, score! And the Caps tie it.
The 2 shots, maybe, if they count the first one. Transitional play here by the Capitals, though, and it's just good passing. This one here, fended off.
Only Eichel has more without a power play goal. He has 19 for Vegas. Shot by Bouchard, score!
Out in front of the net, get into the eyes of the goaltender, and a wrister like that, not picked up clean. He tried to throw back his glove.
As Louis talked about, has been feeling it, and now you've got Sordiff the other way for the Caps. Pulls up, shoots, and scores! Justin Sordiff stays high.
And then the goal. As Sordiff gets this puck, he wins a battle for Savoy. He just blows a wheel, leads to an outnumbered rush, and he just zips it.
Ethan Frank, the outlet pass on target for John Carlson. Villiers shoots Carlson scores.
Over this blue line again. He's going to get this puck as he goes wide, and he just has a little bit of time to kind of corral it and just...
Dishes off to an on-rushing McDavid, and now Bouchard stepping into one. Bouchard stole! Hat trick!
He tests the glove. A right-handed catcher, we've talked about it. For a right-handed shooter, he says, yep, I'll test it. And boy, does he ever...
Hard pass across to Wilson. Strome. Chikrin gives it back to him. Shot. Score!
I mean, this is a real tough save for Tristan Jarry, but he stops. Once he gets his puck back, he sees all the flyby, and he just gets it by everybody.
McDavid out to Bouchard. He'll get it back. Around down, shoots, scores.
Bouchard, and it's this little backhand pass into McDavid. Then he takes the middle, and once he gets possession around the net, he's always a threat to let that shot go, and he just picks his...
Ovechkin snapped it in front. That was well defended by Nurse. Carlson, as the power play set to expire, sort of loads up. Carlson calling for it. Snapshot, glove save. Rebound underneath Stastny. And a chance for Michael. 2-3 looks. And it's in. Connor McMichael stays with it. And it's 5-4 Washington.
Again, Jarry makes the initial save, but this puck kind of sits around in there. Here's Carlson to look at the bodies, and this goes through. It actually doesn't get there on the first run. And it's McMichael that digs.
45 seconds. Draisaitl maintaining for Ekholm. Nugent Hopkins. Draisaitl. One-timer. Bouchard save. Lindgren rebound comes off. Nugent Hopkins. Bouchard. McDavid in front. Score! We're tied. 5-0.
In this sequence as well, there's one great save on a one-timer by Lindgren, but Edmonton just kept coming up with the puck, and eventually this one here in time.
Chikrin with a steal, and now up the gut, Protas. He's got a man with him. He tried to swing it across to Chikrin. Bouchard was tripped. Penalty coming. McDavid a breakaway to win it. He does. Edmonton 6.
A face-off win by Draisaitl, possession. And this is a great pass again. Bouchard into McDavid, just can't finish it off. Look at that glove by Lindgren again. A right-handed catcher comes up big on that one. And then this knockdown by Bouchard, what a game for him. 5-point night, sets up McDavid in the breakaway again. Stick handle in a phone booth upstairs on the backhand side. What a finish in this one. Didn't start off like this, Jack, I'll tell you that. But did it build momentum as this game went on? And you give McDavid this many chances. First goal in a while for him, and it's a big one in overtime. 2 of them tonight.
You watch 6 months of Hockey Night in Canada, you dream of a game like this. Lindgren, the frustration, and Bouchard, the game of his life.
Can't be passive there, right? 3 Washington.
Chikrin with a steal, and now up the gut, Protas. He's got a man with him. He tried to swing it across to Chikrin. Bouchard was tripped. Penalty coming. McDavid a breakaway to win it. He does. Edmonton 6.
A face-off win by Draisaitl, possession. And this is a great pass again. Bouchard into McDavid, just can't finish it off. Look at that glove by Lindgren again. A right-handed catcher comes up big on that one. And then this knockdown by Bouchard, what a game for him. 5-point night, sets up McDavid in the breakaway again. Stick handle in a phone booth upstairs on the backhand side. What a finish in this one. Didn't start off like this, Jack, I'll tell you that. But did it build momentum as this game went on? And you give McDavid this many chances. First goal in a while for him, and it's a big one in overtime. 2 of them tonight.
You watch 6 months of Hockey Night in Canada, you dream of a game like this.
Lingering the frustration. And Bouchard, the game of his life.
Can't be passive there, right? 3 Washington.
With a steal, and now up the gut, Protas. He's got a man with him. He tried to swing it across to Chikrin. Bouchard was tripped, penalty incoming. McDavid a breakaway to win it. He does! Edmonton 6.
A face-off win by Draisaitl, possession. And this is a great pass again. Bouchard into McDavid, just can't finish it off. Look at that glove by Lindgren again. A right-handed catcher comes up big on that one. And then this knockdown by Bouchard, what a game for him. 5-point night, sets up McDavid in the breakaway again. Stick handle in a phone booth upstairs on the backhand side. What a finish in this one. Didn't start off like this, Jack, I'll tell you that. But did it build momentum as this game went on? And you give McDavid this many chances. First goal in a while for him, and it's a big one in overtime. 2 of them tonight.
You watch 6 months of Hockey Night in Canada, you dream of a game like this. Lingering the frustration, and Bouchard, the game of his life.
Can't be passive there, right? 3 Washington.
45 seconds. Draisaitl maintaining for Ekholm. Nugent Hopkins. Draisaitl. One-timer. Bouchard saved. Lindgren rebound comes off. Nugent Hopkins. Bouchard. McDavid in front. Score! We're tied. 5-0.
Edmonton just would not be denied. A great keep-in again by Bouchard in this sequence as well. There's one great save on a one-timer by Lindgren, but Edmonton just kept coming up with the puck, and eventually this one here in tight. I don't know who it goes off, but it's Hyman in front. Crane, the distraction, gets his paddle down, and this one finds its way across the line as he shovels it home. I believe he gets it, right off the heel of the stick. I mean, that is...
That's guided wide. McDavid out to Bouchard. He'll get it back. Around down, shoots, scores. Tied again. And that's number 392 for McDavid.
Bouchard, and it's this little backhand pass into McDavid. Then he takes the middle, and once he gets possession around the net, he's always a threat to let that shot go, and he just picks his spot. You know, this isn't one that's high or low. This is one of those ones that just gets through under the glove, over the pad. Pretty tough to pick this up from that tight, but McDavid wisely...
Caps don't have a shot on net. Driving to the net. Hyman peering inside. Off the boards. Ekholm showing one time. Bouchard from distance. Hyman. Tip in front.
This is how you ground and pound a team that's played 3 and 4 nights. Get to work in the corner. Don't let them come out. Couple second efforts that were great. Zach Hyman finally digs this puck loose after some work by McDavid. Going to work, getting double team. And like we talked about, get some traffic in front and hit the net. Good things happen. And that's exactly what Evan Bouchard does. Zips this one right up over top.
Meanwhile, that goal by Protas, Louis, his 18th, showing you how Washington struggled on the power play. He doesn't have a power play goal all year. It's got 18. Only Eichel has more. without a power play goal. He has 19 for Vegas. Shot by Bouchard, score!
And, you know, they got life off a penalty kill in the first period to start things off for Edmonton. Here's the Ovechkin shot. Actually, he got a little more than I thought on that one. From my angle, I thought it just went off the tip of the blade. He looked down at it afterwards. Great pass by Draisaitl. Little fake by Bouchard. Look at Hyman in front, though. Get inside, Dowd in front of the net. Get into the eyes of the goaltender. And a wrister like that, not picked up clean. He tried to throw back his glove.
And force Edmonton to reload. Ekholm to Draisaitl. Bobbled the puck, got it through Carlson. Dishes off to an on-rushing McDavid. And now Bouchard stepping into one. Wrist shot, score! Hat trick! Evan Bouchard! The first by an Oiler defenseman in 20 years. We're tied.
Hat trick in the second period on the power play especially. He has been firing the puck. Good entry into the zone by McDavid off the stick of Draisaitl. And when you give Evan Bouchard, he tests the glove. A right-handed catcher, we've talked about it. For a right-handed shooter, he says, yep, I'll test it. And boy, does he ever beat it on this one with the wrister. Bar in, 3-3, and there's lengthy 4-on-4 here for a minute and 30 as well. So Edmonton will continue to go with the top four that they like to roll out 4-on-4 and look to try and maybe gain the lead back again before.
And force Edmonton to reload. Ekholm to Draisaitl. Bobbled the puck, got it through Carlson. Dishes off to an on-rushing McDavid. And now Bouchard stepping into one. Wrist shot, score! Hat trick! Evan Bouchard! The first by an Oiler defenseman in 20 years. We're tied.
Hat trick in the second period on the power play especially. He has been firing the puck. Good entry into the zone by McDavid off the stick of Draisaitl. And when you give Evan Bouchard, he tests the glove. A right-handed catcher, we've talked about it. For a right-handed shooter, he says, yep, I'll test it. And boy, does he ever beat it on this one with the wrister. Bar in, 3-3, and there's lengthy 4-on-4 here for a minute and 30 as well. So Edmonton will continue to go with the top four that they like to roll out 4-on-4 and look to try and maybe gain the lead back again before.
And waiting with the steal for Washington is LaPierre. Bumped up and retake in front. Tremendous stop by Ingram on Frank.
Chickering tried to Michigan in Calgary last night, and then Ethan.
Washington struggled on the power play. He doesn't have a power play goal all year. It's got 18. Only Eichel has more without a power play goal. He has 19 for Vegas. Shot by Bouchard, score!
And, you know, they got life off a penalty kill in the first period to start things off for Edmonton. Here's the Ovechkin shot. Actually, he got a little more than I thought on that one. From my angle, I thought it just went off the tip of the blade. He looked down at it afterwards. Great pass by Draisaitl. Little fake by Bouchard. Look at Hyman in front, though. Get inside, Dowd in front of the net. Get into the eyes of the goaltender. And a wrister like that, not picked up clean. He tried to throw back his glove.
Caps don't have a shot on net. Driving to the net. Hyman peering inside. Off the boards. Ekholm showing one-timer. Bouchard from distance. Hyman. Tip in front.
This is how you ground and pound a team that's played 3 and 4 nights. Get to work in the corner. Don't let them come out. Couple second efforts that were great. Zach Hyman finally digs this puck loose after some work by McDavid. Going to work, getting double team. And like we talked about, get some traffic in front and hit the net. Good things happen. And that's exactly what Evan Bouchard does. Zips this one right up over top.
The Edmonton Oilers will look to get back on track after a pair of disappointing games last week, but tonight have the opportunity to turn a corner against the Washington Capitals.